It's a headline special here now on Who's Views as we preview the latest Doctor Who spin-off. And look who's back just in time.
Hello everybody, it is Who's Views, and do not adjust your set because yes, the big show is here on a Thursday, the 4th of December 2025 in actual fact. How the devil are you? It has been a long time. I have waited quite some time myself for this very moment. It is great to see you. Come on into the chat. We have a lot to talk about tonight here on your big show because, have you heard? Well, the lunatic lefties, the lefties from show business are getting together for a little march. Yes. I quite know where I'd like to see them march to, but that's all coming up in the show. And this very, very day, season 21 has been announced as the next Blu-ray. We all knew it was coming, didn't we? We knew it was coming, but it has been announced today. And I know a couple of people who might be just a teeny-weeny bit excited about it. Let's get them on then. Paul and third Dr. Ian are here. Hello to you two.
Hello.
Isn't it great news about
Never mind that just now. Welcome back. Yay!
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are you again?
Yes.
It depends on what day of the week it was. If you'd asked me a couple of months
ago. It's my evil twin, Ian. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you two were in that William Hartnell Dalek story, weren't you? In that control room where you were all dressed.
That was us. Yeah.
That's the Technics. That's it. You are Technics.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not.
It can be arranged, Ian. We can maybe a sponsor shake your head. We can do that.
I'll stay away from you and your clippers.
Yep, probably very wise. Listen, I want to say a huge thank you to you two for keeping headlines going over the last goodness knows how many weeks it has been. What a great job they've done, everybody. Congratulations. Fantastic.
Thanks very much.
It's been an
We've still got some viewers left, which is quite good.
It's been a pleasure, JT, because at the end of the day, you started this, you built this, and you've involved us, which is fantastic. Yeah. And trusting us to sort of like do it in your enforced absence was an absolute privilege, and we really appreciated it. And it was our pleasure.
Oh, well,
and now you're back, you bastard.
Well, listen, I want to say thank you to PTA, or Paul Ashworth as he is now, for his super chat. Welcome back, JT.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Paul. That's very, very good of you. I've also got a super chat here from Mark Greaves. Mark, thank you. It's lovely to see you. Welcome back, JT. We love you, sir. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Lots of you in the chat already. We are going to come to you in a second. Thank you so much for it. Have you seen this, guys? Look at all this. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I couldn't possibly put all of those on the screen because we'd be here all night with this.
I think that's allowed. I think on one occasion, just for one occasion, I think it's allowed. Don't you, Ian?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's allowed.
JT, the Daddy and the Clown have done a good job in your absence.
Which is which?
Well, you'd have to be the dandy.
Maybe we don't want to.
But being third Doctor Ian, you'd have to be the dandy, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. Yeah.
I think we should.
I need frills.
Yeah, JT, welcome back, young fella. Mrs. Strawbridge and me are sending hugs.
Oh,
wow,
that's nice.
Thank you. I mean, I can't tell you how I've said to these two and I've said to the team, I've really missed doing the shows and I've really missed speaking to you all. So this is something I've been looking forward to while I've been laid up in a hospital bed, just thinking you will get back to the show. It's going to be okay. Everything's all right. But no, it's fantastic. There are a lot of people in the chat with us, so thank you so much. I do have, if I may, a few thank yous to go through. As usual, I want to say thank you to Digby Strawbridge and Mrs. Strawbridge. Thank you so much. Darren Reed, thank you so much. to Problem Being, to The Forbidden Man, to Gray, also known as The Truth Is Up There, to Mark Holtz, to Andy, also known as Carry On the Good Life, Robert Payne, to Steve Hinley, to Rory Stanage, to Reese Woolridge, to Mark Wright, to Paul Schlefter, to Sean Cryer, to Lex Kane, who's also celebrating his birthday today. Lex, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Lex.
I know you are in the chat. I want to say
hear
thank
it's
you.
21.
Again, yes. To Graham, 70694, thank you. To Cool and Dry, thank you, mate. Good to see you. To Rick Storm, 616, thank you so much. To Count 1970 Lives. To Matt Enspiel, to say Rosie Mead. Oh gosh, there were so many people on the list. Everybody that put in a comment about the little video I dropped yesterday to say we were coming back tonight. Thank you to everybody that commented there. And huge thank you to everybody that sent comments via the YouTube channel when I announced I had leukemia, and who kept in touch via the YouTube channel with the comments saying, good luck to JT, all the best to JT, we miss JT. I cannot tell you how much that really meant to me. It's off the scale. So thank you for everybody, and thank you for staying with the channel. Really, really, really appreciate it. Push left is saying all for us here. The Who's Views family back together in time for Christmas.
That's nice. I like that.
But that's all we've got time for, folks, and good night.
We're not the only ones, because I am delighted to say we are being joined by some of your favorites from our team. We've got the lady of the chat herself, Kirsty is here, George is here, Emilio is here, and Miles is here. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hello. This very special edition of Celebrity Squares.
That means you're Willie Rushton because you're in the middle.
It has been said.
Google Willie Rushton for the younger viewers, okay?
Yeah.
Willie Rushton. Yeah.
If you can do that now, I don't know if you can still Google people. I don't know if you can. But yeah.
I think you can, but for the younger viewers, look up on his Jackanoris. His Jackanoris were fantastic, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he went to Australia, didn't he, and collected Hancock's ashes after Hancock passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
I gather. Yeah, there's a really good play on iPlayer radio, whatever the radio version of iPlayer is, or is it just iPlayer anyway for radio? And it's called Hancock's Ashes, and you got a guy playing Willie Rushton, and it's amazing. It's quite poignant. I would recommend people look it up. Sorry, that was a tangent, wasn't it?
Also,
you're not allowed tangents here, okay?
Yes.
Sorry.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
He also ghost wrote a couple of Carry On scripts.
Did he?
Yeah. He wrote uncredited on a couple of the Carry On scripts.
I didn't know that either.
He turns up quite a lot as an actor as well in various movies, like Monte Carlo or Bust, those kind of films, you know, or Remember Flying Machines, that kind of thing, that sort of thing,
yes.
You know. Yeah.
But he didn't turn up on set for his part in First Men in the Moon, the Ray Harryhausen film. And who was it took his place as the debt collector who came to repossess the cottage at the beginning of the film? Was it Albert Finney, who happened to be at the studio at the time and did it at zero notice? Because Willie Rushton didn't show up.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that film. I love that film.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. Problem Being's looking, George, look at that.
Hello, Problem Being.
He's been very busy over the summer. I loved the series, by the way, George. Loved it.
Good. You've got the Christmas special to look forward to.
Christmas Eve. We're talking about the All Creatures Great and Small special, by the way, for Christmas.
And it has been officially confirmed that the series has had the green light and will go ahead for Series 7 and Series 8.
So excited. Don't get me too excited. My blood pressure's got to stay at a normal level.
You've got all this squash that a TV series isn't recommissioned until it's been to air and it's proved its worth. Sort of blows that theory out of the water for certain other programme.
What could you possibly mean here, John?
2 series ahead.
Blows it out of the water could be very apt this time next week. Who knows? James Ripley, 6712, thanks for joining us. New studio, JT, or did somebody nick your stuff?
Have you been burgled, is what people are thinking.
The truth is, James, I can't get into the loft in my current condition. I am in what is called recuperation, or as I prefer to call it, the healing time. If you can get, what story is that from? Answer on a postcard to Who's Views, BBC Television Centre, London W12 8QT, and you can win a pencil. But yes, the healing time is what I'm calling it, and I can't get in the loft because I can't get up the ladder. Eventually, I will get there. Funky 1463 is saying to you, Ian, it's the imaginatively titled BBC Sounds.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Who'd have
They
thunk
must be
it,
up
eh?
all night thinking that title up, surely, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's good for them.
The word you're looking for is wireless. That's more actually. That's not what we want. Sam, Alex, Cafe. You sound like a group, my lovely. Who's Willie Rushton? I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. You have to Google him and look him up, and also put him into the tube of who, because there's
There's a pun there.
yeah,
Very good pun. Very good pun.
yeah, it's a good one that. But it's great to see you all. Are we all happy? Says PB. Yes, we're happy.
Yes.
We're happy because you're here, PB.
Yes, we are. And I'm about to destroy all that very soon because we are going to be talking about the war between the land and the sea. We're going to be previewing it a little bit later on in the show. And we're going to be gauging just how much you are excited about this, Who Viewers.
I was more excited for a prostate exam I had last week, to be fair.
Yes, to always bring back.
We said we weren't going to discuss that, Ian.
Yeah, too much information, Ian. You can't unsee that now, you realise, don't you? Yeah.
I share with you all.
Yeah.
Stony ground. Well, let's say this is your big show. It's headlines. Good to see you all. Thank you, as I say, for all the good messages. At this particular point, I would just also like to say a special, huge thank you to the entire team at the Beatson Cancer Centre Clinic and Hospital in Glasgow, where, of course, I was laid up. I want to say a smashing. They are a fantastic charity. It's called the Beatson Cancer Charity. I'm going to shamelessly plug them because the doctors, the consultants, the nurses there, wow, boy, did they get me through some days because I was there a long time, and I cannot thank them enough. If you, and this is where I shamelessly plug some of their merchandise, but if you are still looking for Christmas cards, then they have a fabulous, beautiful range of Christmas cards that all the profit go towards the Beatson charity, which will help to keep the hospital going and also provide the wellbeing centre as well, which is a godsend for patients because you can get out of your ward and go and sit in a bit more of a human environment, listen to some music, do a jigsaw, watch the television, whatever you want to do. But it's the Beatson. It's the Beatson Cancer Charity. You can get it on Facebook, you can get it on LinkedIn, you can get it on Instagram. You can also get it on the Tube of Who. So it's all there for you. And it's the beatsoncancercharity.org. So I hope you don't mind me saying that, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really, really mean that. Mean the world to me. Right, so let's get on with some good news then before we get onto the fish thing. Why didn't they just rename it that? And then I didn't have to change any of my graphics. Because we've been expecting, haven't we, guys, for some time, season 21 to arrive on Blu-ray.
Yeah, what a surprise that was.
Yeah.
The most exciting thing to happen to Doctor Who this year, I think, personally.
Yeah.
Well, apart from season 7 and season 13 as well.
Yes.
Well, fresh stuff.
But you're right. Listen, Lex.
And a certain immortal getting his MBE investiture.
As well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy day for Tom there. Lex, happy birthday again. Thank you so much for your super chat. The new Doctor Who mini episode is great with Peter Davison, plus the new special effects on Warriors of the Deep. Yeah, we were talking about that, Paul, weren't we? The Merc has got teeth.
Well, this is really funny because I watched it with my wife and she laughed at the special effects of the new Merca, which is not very, very favourable, to be fair.
Have they
You can't
given
win.
Ingrid Pitt a CGI makeover?
You can't, yeah.
I was impressed by it. They also did the same thing with the magma creature. Did you notice? It looked a bit more.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
It smacks of the new giant rat special effects they have on the season 14 one. It looks a bit like that sort of standard, I think,
You can find out.
which is okay. Yeah.
Lex is telling you, anybody that hasn't pre-ordered already, that if you go to Rare Waves, you can get 10% off Excuse me. I do this a lot at the moment. Everybody. Don't worry about it. But yeah, 10% in this day and age when the bloody government's just put everything up and ruined our lives. That's saying something, isn't it? So yeah, 10%. There you go. John Keeley, thank you so much. Super chat. Welcome back, JT. It's good to be back with you. I really mean it when I say I've missed you all. I've missed the chat so much. And
we can tell by the excitement in your voice, JT. It's palpable. It's lovely. It's nice. Yeah.
I must calm down. I must calm down. Blood pressure. In case my doctor's watching. Mysterious Stranger 42. Good seeing you back, JT. Mysterious Stranger. Who's that? Is it somebody from the production team?
That must be Russell T. Davis. It must be. Yes. Stay tuned, Russell. Yeah.
Well, you don't come any stranger than Russell T. Davis, so
that's what I was thinking.
No,
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Oh God, it's bloody awful doing. Oh, good grief! It's great to see you. Mark Reeves is saying the previews are done. It's shit.
We had
Well, the
earlier,
Star System's been
JT.
on a sliding scale, hasn't it? Some of the reviews, which is interesting.
Yeah. Go on, Ian. What are you saying?
We earlier had a super chat from Mark as well and it caught my eye because he was poking very kind fun at Paul and I. He just said, he sent us a super chat and said, Paul and Ian, the Tangent Twins, which I like. I like that a lot.
It's better than Rambling Twins, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yes. Yeah.
The Tangent Twins. I'm not thinking, Emilio, the Tangent Twins sounds like an 80s pop group. I think it. Oh, that was the Thompson Twins.
Or Romulus and Remus to keep on topic. Yeah. So.
Romulus and
God.
Yeah. Talking of which, let's have a look at this. If you are just waking up wherever you are in the world, and you haven't heard this yet, season 21 has been announced by BBC Studios today. Here it is, here in all its glory. It's got 10 DVDs. Blu-rays. What am I talking about? Mindslip. It's got 10 of them in there. I mean, this is a great series.
What, no VHS? What's going on?
And obviously, I mean, it looks like it's up to its usual standard, but what great news today for Doctor Who fans. I have to say as well that yet again, it's got to #1 in various charts. So well done them.
I don't know why they couldn't announce this on Doctor Who Day as a bit of a treat for us, and they left it for like 2 weeks. It's ridiculous, really.
Yeah, I mean, why do that? I mean, it must have been ready, surely.
Yeah. They probably don't be upstaged by the publicity for this if it's swamped to the fishy thing, probably.
Yeah, that'd be really funny and totally deserved. Especially seeing as though it's got sea devils in it that are called sea devils.
And that's racist, Ian. Stop that.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
You cannot call them that. You know that. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it would have made sense to do that. But it's nice to see that Warriors of the Deep has been given a special edition. So, special edition. What was the other one that's getting a special edition? I
think it's 4 of them, apparently. I think
Is
it's
it really?
Warriors of the Deep, I think, is going to have it. I think Frontios, Resurrection. I can't remember what the fourth one is. I can't remember. There's definitely 4 of them. Unless they're counting Planet of Fire again as the 4th one, and that's already been done ages ago, you know. But
well, you know, maybe they just maybe they do. Maybe they just put it on, transferred it over.
Yeah.
There is a trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, go and watch it. Not now. You can get it on the Tube of Who, on the BBC's official Doctor Who Tube of Who. You can go and look at it there. Starring Peter Davison and Janet Fielding. You may have seen pictures of them filming at Butler's Wharf a few months ago. Seems like a long time. I don't know when it was, to be honest. I was out of it, really. But it was a wee while ago. It was in the summer, wasn't it, they did it?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
There's a lot we could talk about with it. So I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. Usually, we would do a merchandise paradise. Hugh Janus, good to see you, mate. Welcome back, JT. Thank you. Matthew Pounder wants to know, will Perry's charms be enhanced?
Do they need to be? That's the question.
It can't stretch that far.
I'm not so sure. I hate to think what they'll do with 3D telly one day. What we're going to say? Yes. What was I saying? You guys in the chat, we usually do some sort of merchandise paradise show when a new Blu-ray has been announced. shall we do one for season 21? Shall I get some of the guys together? Would any of you guys on screen be up for talking about season 21 and celebrating it? I know Paul will. Ian, Third Doctor Ian will.
Yeah.
You know, we can sort something out. If you guys want us to do that, that'd be quite good. What do you think? What's this? Are the new FX on this box set really all new, or are they just the DVD special editions? Yeah.
That's what I think about Planet Fire. Maybe Planet Fire is just a rehash of what was on the DVD, but there are other three I mentioned. They definitely have a new special effects on them.
Richard Brooks, 539, hello, mate. I wonder how long we'll have to wait for the standard edition. Well, about 5 years, the way they're going right now, honestly. Because what we had recently, season 20 on standard, and we've got 13 coming out in January, February, around about that, haven't we? No, not 13, 15. That's coming out on standard because that was released very, very quietly, or announced very quietly. What's this from Millywig Z? I saw that Disney BBC were filming with the Rocket Wheelchair Woman at Cardama in Swansea yesterday.
Oh.
Really?
Is she getting a spin-off as well, is she?
Oh, God, no.
It's like a remake of Ironside. That's what they're going to do. So.
Yeah, it'd be a wheel spin-off, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Top Gear crossover.
Yeah.
She was on a BBC morning show this week with him, who will not be mentioned himself. You know, the fat one.
Yeah, it's Morning Live, the show's called. I did catch a bit of it. Yeah. So,
yeah. She was on with him this week, but maybe she was just filming something in front of something for the DVD or the Blu-ray or something like that.
It was better than the Gemma Redgrave interview. That was appalling.
Oh, that was painful.
Oh,
that
good
was on
God.
User, wasn't it? What they call it?
The way TV production works is the Christmas special that's been announced for 2026. That won't go into production till about May, June at the earliest next year. So it won't be for that.
No.
So you know we're all just going to have to be patient. But on the plus side, I've heard that the Christmas episode of Doctor Who this year is going to be the best one in a long, long time.
Yeah, because it involves dancing. I'm probably a drag queen, so nothing new there.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, we are going to have to do a merchandise paradise because a lot of the guys in the chat are saying, yes, love and miss merchandise paradise. Says Sam, look, do a season 21 review. Listen, we're going to do it anyway because I've had the graphics ready for months.
So you're going to get where you like it or not. That's what's happening.
I'm being interactive by asking you all. Got to be very interactive, as the doctor said to me as he stuck something into my arm recently. Torpo Inky. I think RTD renamed the Sea Devil to something else so he owns the copyright, not the BBC. Oh.
As a thought.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe.
We'll be interested to see if Malcolm Holt gets a credit for this or not when it comes on. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Do you know what? Part of me hopes he doesn't, because I've got a feeling that this could be a real insult to Matt Hogue.
Yeah.
And his wonderful creations and stories. Do you know what I mean?
And remember, you know, Malcolm Hawke was a big environmentalist as well.
Yeah. And something else which will come up in a Radio Times article that we've got in this particular show.
It begins with C, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I had to look up whether we could say it in this team. You can't say anything, can you?
You can probably see the other one instead. It's probably safer. Yeah.
Hello, Julianne. How are you, lovely? Season 21 review. Yes, absolutely. All right, well, we're doing it. And Paul is saying to us, Paul Richard, I hope there's no AI on the film sequences. Now that, Paul, when we do our Merchandise Paradise Live, which I'm aiming probably Saturday, if you're all available on Saturday night, come and join us. Remind me, Paul, if you can come and join us, because that's a topic we need to talk about, because I missed the AI scandal, obviously being in a hospital for series 13. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I want to know more about it. So that, you know, because from what I've read, what the hell? But yeah, let's talk about it a bit more. Oh, so that's coming up. That's season 21. Looking good. Nice cover.
A lovely cover, don't you think? It's really nice.
Very
It
good.
is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's-
So we should take a deeper look into that as a merchandise Paradise special. We'll do that at the weekend.
But I have to say that That cover, though, there is a distinct element of shiny, manageable hair there, isn't there?
Before Colin takes over. Well, listen, I hope you're all ready for this, because here we go with another story which broke yesterday in the Mirror. Thanks to various people, including Lex, and also to Terry, who got in touch with this. Basically, as I was trying to get over reading it, quite frankly, because I looked at this and thought, what the hell is going on? Because who on earth gives show business people the right to preach to us? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is this particular story here. Exclusive, Sir, in inverted commas for me, Lenny Henry and Paloma Faith lead celebs backing anti-far right campaign. Together, an alliance of campaigners, unions, and civil society groups is being launched to counter the rise of reform and street protests led by far-right agitator Tommy Robinson. Sir Lenny Henry, actors Christopher Eccleston and Mark Rylance, with singers Charlotte Church and Paloma Faith, are among the well-known faces backing a new campaign against the far right. The alliance is urging people across the country to stand up for unity in the face of attempts to fuel division. Ahead of the launch, comedian, that's funny in itself, Sir Lenny Henry said, "We stand for love over hate, hope over fear, and unity over division." These people are such hypocrites. "We're coming together against racism. Join us and be a part of it." Paloma Faith said, "There is no world I want to live in where discrimination is acceptable for anything. No race, gender, or class is superior to any other. This is why racism makes my blood boil." Former Doctor Who star Christopher Eccleston said, "Racism is hatred, stand with us against it." And that's all. That's apparently all he said. Singer Leanne Pinnock, who rose to fame in Little Mix, said, "As an artist and a mother, I'm standing with Together Alliance to call out far-right extremism and racism for what they are, dangerous and divisive. We have to protect our communities, defend our freedoms, and stand up to hate together." Leading figures in entertainment will join unions, including the National Education Union, they've got a lot to answer for, and the TUC, I can't even tell what a woman is, to mount a social media push today to launch the campaign. Other supporters include David Harewood, Maxine Peake, surprise, surprise, and Toby Jones, as well as musicians Beverly Knight, The Charlatans, and Fontaines DC. And the Alliance will urge people to get involved to build up momentum ahead of a national demonstration in London next year. The group said, "United against the growing division fueled by the far right, Together aims to build momentum and public awareness ahead of a major national demonstration in London on Saturday, the 28th of March, 2026. Well, I'll be washing my hair that day. But, really?
It's pretty pathetic, isn't it, really? It's pretty pathetic, isn't it? I mean, they talk about the far right. I mean, basically what they mean is anybody that disagrees with the far left is immediately tagged as the far right. Yeah. They need to be very, very careful, because they could actually generate the development and creation of a far right, because it doesn't pretty much really exist at the minute. It's a delusion in their heads. But if they keep pushing ordinary people, like they talk about reform's where it is because people have voted for it democratically. If they're standing against that, then they are a problem, and they will face a backlash. And in that case, they'll deserve what they get, frankly, I think.
I mean, it's quite telling, Paloma Faith is quoted as saying something like, "I don't want to live in a world where there's discrimination of any form, except, of course, against things that I disagree with."
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And what gets me about this as well, I'm back, everybody, can you tell? What gets me about this sort of thing is racism is perfectly acceptable against white people. And unfortunately, in the United Kingdom right now, we are seeing a rise in racism against white people. And nobody's talking about it. It's really annoying. It's absolutely dreadful. I'm seeing not just that, but also a rise in homophobia. Nobody's talking about that because it's all not to be spoken about. These people who are on the far left, they frighten me more than the far right, because the far right at the moment is very conspicuous by its absence.
Well, the one thing I take heart in is if you think back to this time last year, I think how much the needle has moved and how much common sense and adults have come back into the room, despite so many people doing their damnedest to keep them out. The floodgates have opened. I mean, there's hardly a day goes by where there isn't a story where you read something like the Girl Guides will no longer allow boys to be girl guides. Ta-da!
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, duh. Yeah.
Yes.
And yet
Yeah.
these are the sorts of people who are put, these showbiz lovies are not happy with it. They don't want that, do they? Because all they see is the DEI sort of stuff, the inclusion stuff. But it's not. It hasn't worked. And being inclusive is actually exclusive, if that makes sense.
Yes. This to me is the loony left, the far left, screaming louder and louder and louder because they know that the needle's moving and their ideology is actually as far as not just this country, not just this continent, but globally is now in its death throes.
Yeah. Well, time will tell. But it does worry me when I look around me now and I just see that, you know, the demographic I grew up with, i.e. the white demographic, is becoming a minority and things are changing around. And I just find the whole thing hypocritical. Not one of them has mentioned the fact it's currently now Christmas. Of course, our Christmas markets are all open all over the United Kingdom. And every single one of them is surrounded by great big concrete bollards.
They don't do that to protect people against the far right.
No.
And yet they are everywhere. It makes you think, but that's a question they don't want to ask because it's an uncomfortable truth.
Yes.
And the thing is, they should all listen to what Ricky Gervais says, which is basically, you have no right to go and lecture the public on how to live their lives, or just a morally virtue signal. You boil but people that live in a rich bubble who actually are not really thinking about the matter. Because if they actually use their thinking brains, as George said, actually the problem they would realize actually it's the far left that are using force and getting people for freedom of speech. And really, they may be far right people, but it's a very, very small minority. As you say, anybody who's got a somewhat conservative or slightly socially conservative view on any of the major topics, or even a balanced middle point of view, if you're not on their extreme side, you are far right. It's just easy to label people and just make it and make them.
You're right. I mean, it's back to labels again when they keep crying out you're homophobic, because you have a different opinion about something. I mean, it's bizarre. They're not they don't understand what far right means anymore. They've made it a trivial thing because if it's far right extremism, we'd be in real trouble. Trouble.
My grandparents on my mother's side, who I never knew, died in a prisoner of war camp. You want to talk about far right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. These people have no idea what the far right is, and God love them. I hope they never do.
It's weapons grade performative virtue signaling.
It is. Yeah. That's all it is. And for some reason, as we've all known, we've spoken about it for a couple of years now, it is rife in the show business industry. Show business was always left wing anyway, but it's gone extreme left wing now. And it's shocking. A lot of people can't be, are uncomfortable in the industry anymore because they can't go that far left. Let's have a look at this from Hugh Janus. Thank you so much for your super chat. Weapons grade woke wankery.
Yeah.
You can get no argument from me, my friend.
That's a great party slogan. That one is definitely,
Yes, somebody might pick it up. Heretic, good to see you. Thank you so much. It's okay, Labour are protecting us from the far right by once again blocking more local elections until 2028. It's incredibly worrying they can do that. Well, I thought personally there was a law to state they couldn't. I was wrong because this is the second time the Labour government have done this.
Isn't there something about no taxation without representation? Can't that be invoked?
There is, isn't there, somewhere? But it takes a brave person to do it, and it has to be somebody from the governing party, doesn't it? Oh, no, it doesn't. It can be from an opposing party, can't it? Oh, I'll have to look it all up again. It's a long time ago. Yeah. A lot of you talking about Lenny Henry. Sir Lenny Henry. He's a bloody hypocrite, isn't he, after what he's been saying recently? Wanting money and all this sort of stuff. And then he's going on about this. But again, he's one of these people, including Eccleston, Paloma Faith, and all the others, that wouldn't admit that racism works the other way as well.
Yeah.
And so they're going on this bandwagon, as you say, virtue signaling thing. Why am I not surprised though with the names that the article puts forward?
It's the usual suspects, isn't it? I mean, Charlotte Church, for God's sake. I mean, was there ever an overhyped has-been? She's attached herself to Palestine and all sorts, hasn't she? And it's just the latest thing for her in a desperate attempt to keep herself relevant, really.
It's true, isn't it? And you know, she calls herself an activist now, Ian.
Yeah, activist.
Yeah,
she's an absolute bloody idiot.
Always been a socialist.
Yeah,
to be fair to him, he's always been a socialist.
Yes.
But at least he can. Look, I'll give him one thing. At least he's consistent. He would have been saying these kind of things back 20 years ago. Just the way he is.
It's true. It's true, and he is consistent with that. I mean, you know. Yeah. I'm not surprised that he's turned up. I am expecting others to turn up from the Doctor Who world, to be quite honest. I passed my DEI training last week, said Frankie Stanage. Congratulations, you have my sympathy.
Warflare.
I wish people who are craving for attention would just go on I'm a Celebrity and just do that for the money and then go away again, because that's all you need to do. You know.
There's plenty of these bloody shows now. There's Big Brother, isn't there? There's I'm a Celebrity, I'm going to swim with sharks. I'm a Celebrity baking. I'm a celebrity wanting to be a celebrity. I'm a celebrity who thinks I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity who was a celebrity, who's not a celebrity anymore, and is coming back to be a celebrity. There's lots of them. There's lots of them there. They could all go on those things, couldn't they, really? You know, and they're all probably on Channel 4 and Channel 5. Actually, Channel 5 is quite good. I'll take that back. It's got some decent stuff on it. Lots of talking.
Warflare had a comment, JT, just before that.
Who did?
Warflare asking if Lenny Henry put white makeup on to do the Black and White Minstrel show. I mean, he didn't. He appeared with the Black and White Minstrels, but he did do whiteface when he took off Steve Martin. And I think he may have done it one other time as well, which, you know, if you're a white actor and you've done blackface, you are permanently retrospectively blocked by everybody. But for him, it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
But someone did mention in the chat as well. He did a Chinese caricature as well on Tiswas, which I think is on YouTube. I've seen it. I saw it recently, actually. It's so remember what you've done in the past if you're going to criticize. That's the
and
thing.
Keep quiet as well. You've got to keep quiet with that. It will be dug up. You know.
Along those lines, I don't know if you saw any of the press conference that Nigel Farage did today, where he put the BBC in a blender. And basically,
bloody big blender.
Them extensively covering this story that he allegedly made racist comments during his teenage years at school.
Right, yeah. I heard
and
that.
he said, okay, so when I allegedly made these comments, what were the BBC screening? Oh, yes, the Black and White Minstrel show. Oh, yes, it ain't half hot, Mum.
Yeah, and let's look at who they were employing as well, shall we?
Yeah. Now do you want to come at me from 50 years ago?
Yeah. Can you tell what it is yet?
Anyway, apparently the guy that reported him. Apparently the guy that reported him works for the BBC.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, and also writes for the Guardian.
Of course it is.
Surprise!
It's almost like it's a setup, isn't it?
Yeah. I just want to respond to this thing I saw in this chat. I saw in the chat from Team Ice Cream 9015. Have you guys ever considered watching another show? Often, when the current crowd's on. Often,
all the time.
And the last 2 years have been painful, Team Ice Cream. I tell you, with this Gatwa crap. And
can I say, tune in on Saturday night for our review of season 21, and you'll get some love for that. That's what you want to see.
Oh yeah.
All we want as Doctor Who fans is a program called Doctor Who with a recognisable doctor. We don't want a mincing ninny, thank you very much. High kicking around the console room, please. As soon as he saw a Dalek, he'd wet himself and start crying. That's not the Doctor. And that those
or try to pull the Dalek, probably, yeah.
Yeah, those two series between the Fat One and Gatwa, that's why it's not in production now, because it killed it. Let's face this. Killed it. But thank you for your comment. Very welcome. Please subscribe. What else we got? It's good to see Tyler Durden's smile in there as well. In the chat. Julianne, good to see you. Connor Simpson, nice to see you as well. What have we got? Dalek Lives Matter telling me that women's groups are denouncing Paloma. She's thick as mince. Yeah. I like some of her albums, don't get me wrong, but she's thick as mince. And they tend to to jump on a bandwagon. We all know that, and it's misinformed.
I swear she's making she's pregnant again with like her third or fourth kid, and she's doing OnlyFans as well. So she's
God.
Stones
Oh my God, I
and
hate to think what she's doing on that.
I wonder. Yeah, knitting.
Well, I hope, true to her beliefs, Kirsty, at least one of her children have declared themselves non-binary.
Put it this way, she'd be absolutely gutted if they haven't. Any showbiz person now, you have to have a non-binary or a trans something in your family, don't you? But this is the whole thing about the argument now, that these far left idiots push on us, because what they're doing is, you said, Paul, they're labeling us now so that they try to understand us.
Yeah.
And we're either ist, phobes, ots, and that's the only way they can do it. And it's all because we won't bend the knee to their ideology and what they want to do and the way they want to dictate things. So they think they're superior. But let's hope that the tide is changing. Let's hope that things are coming. I mean, I've seen certain things when it comes to the whole trans debate.
Yeah.
Where you think, oh, hang on a minute, that's changing. That will have an effect on the rise of homophobia. It will help to bring it down. That's going to help women's rights a little bit more. But you've still got people like this lot saying, oh, we're all going to go on a march.
They're calling everyone far right is a huge generalization, which is such a lazy thing to do. There's no nuance to the discussion at all. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because they're trying to shut us all down.
Exactly.
One thing that you'll always get on this show, though, and on this channel for Who's Views, is common sense. Good old-fashioned British common sense, which is currently disappearing on the toilet on an hourly basis. Just look at the current government, for which bloody people voted them in. So anyway, on this show, you'll get it.
Yeah, I think there's a considerable amount of buyer's remorse going on there, JT.
I think there is. Yeah.
Oh, I think there is, but the proof will be in the pudding when it comes to the next election.
I think the local elections that do go ahead in May will tell a very different story.
I don't know if we'll be allowed a general election. I can see this lot trying to stay in forever and becoming the Empire from Star Wars. I can just see Keir Starmer in a bloody mask. Listen, Stephen Griffiths, thank you for your super chat, Stephen. Fantastic to see you back, JT, and all the gang too. Happy Christmas, everyone. I still can't believe it's December because I missed the summer. So yes, happy Christmas when it comes, everybody. We are in Christmas month, and how fabulous that it is Christmas month already.
Only 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, exactly. He's got his tree up there already. It looks gorgeous and sparkly. He's also got his Christmas jumper on, which he knitted himself.
Representing.
Yeah.
Hey.
There we go. Jason Parker, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Thank you for your super chat. Lovely to see everyone in big, big letters. That's nice. Lovely to see you, JT. Lovely to see you too. Missed you too. And tonight's show is everything. Far right just means everything I don't like. Yeah, everything you won't do what we tell you to do. That's what it means. Yeah. And as we say, God help these idiots if the real lot turn up, because then we've got no chance.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is the whole you're far right, you're a far right extremist, whatever, is just losing any validity it may have once had. Yeah. Because as far as I know a lot of people concerned, if far right means protecting children from physical and mental mutilation, if it's upholding the rights and the dignity of women and girls, if it's upholding the rights of LGBT people, if it's about the equality of opportunity, not the equality of outcome, i.e. things are based on talent, not immutable characteristics, then guilty as charged. I'm far right.
I think I've said on this show before, George. Yeah. We all are now, and everybody in the chat is, because we've been told by production teams and Doctor Who since Chibnall's onwards, that's exactly what we are. So just own it and get on with it, because it's either that or bend the knee and agree with their nonsense.
That's not going to happen, though, is it? We're not going to do that. Can I just say, JT, as well, we skipped past two super chats. We had a super chat from Boomerdug 1957 in Australian dollars.
How are you?
What a lovely early Xmas present, JT, on my TV, which is really nice. You've made somebody happy there. And we had another one from Mark Greaves. Wheelchairs and RTD, BBC reboot of Top Gear, destined to be a ratings hit, said nobody.
Oh, I'm not seeing these come up. The chat is going very quickly, though. So thank you, Ian, for keeping me in chat there. I've got this one from Cool and Dry. Good to see you, my friend. Christmas came early when we all heard the news that JT and the gang will be back on Who's Views. Well, thank you so much. And we're going to be making our way up to Christmas with our reviews of The War Between the Land and the Sea. We're going to be talking about that in a few minutes, of course. Hartnell's Ghost is saying to us, hey, panel, can we not celebrate we live in a world where Sir Lenny can identify as a comedian? Well,
true.
We can't stretch it that far, can we? No.
Yeah.
But he has been saying some very funny things recently. Let's face it, probably the most funniest things he's been saying in years. Do you not think? Banging on
but he doesn't mean to be, does he? He thinks he's serious. And it's the biggest laughs he's ever got.
Exactly. And the poor guy doesn't realise it either. You're being laughed at, not with. That's the problem here. Welcome back, JT. Says Real Jerry Hat-trick. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. And yay, Robert Payne. I had a nice bag of chips today.
Nice.
Jealous.
That's quite nice, though, isn't it? Really, nice bag of chips. I went through my treatment. I went through various cravings, and I went through chocolate craving because I don't really like chocolate. So that was something. Tell you, crisps. Went through crisps, cheese. I had this big cheese craving, and the hospital couldn't find cheese. I know.
You're not identifying as pregnant, are you?
I was going to say that. You're not pregnant, are you? That was wrong there.
You're not identifying as my fridge, are you?
And one of the things was a bag of chips. I wanted chips. And the only chips the hospital could give me was the hospital chips. It's put me off for life.
Oh.
It was just terrible.
It's hard to find a good bag of chips nowadays, to be honest. But yeah.
And they were like £25, I've been told.
Yeah.
That's put me off. Honestly, what? How much? It was about 20p last time I had them. Marie UK, thank you for your super chat. Missed you, JT. Hope you're well. Oh, bless you. You too, darling. Has Lenny Henry learned nothing from the Hollywood celebrities interfering in politics? They'll make no difference. I think a lot of the time, Marie, that's where they get the lead, and that's where they get empowered. The people in Britain, they think, oh, look, the Hollywood guys are doing it. We can do it as well. But you know what? The amount of actual British people that are still in this country.
But they're behind the times again, aren't they? That's a problem. You know.
Yeah.
If they're going to do it, they should do it 2 years ago, but it's too late now. So yeah.
Yeah. Digby's saying to us for a super chat, thank you, Digby. The cruel joke is that the modern left would denounce Malcolm Hulke as far right. Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they? That would be just hilarious, actually. Can you imagine?
He was a dyed-in-the-wool communist, wasn't he?
Yeah. Can you say that on the channel?
Yes, we can. I checked. You can
Just
say
checking. Okay.
Thank God for that. I never thought about that at all. I just said it.
You can also say Sea Devil anytime you want on this channel.
That's racist, okay? I'm saying that.
Sea Devil.
We've lost so many Sea Devil viewers now, you realise that, don't you?
Macronon is saying, welcome back, JT. Macronon, thank you so much. It's lovely to be with you all. I've been looking forward to this night for quite some time, I can tell you. And problem being is saying the only thing that's stopping me from being a far lefty is knowing that I will be among the likes of Lenny Henry and RTD. Somehow, PB, I don't see you as a far lefty. Somehow. There's too many things there that just wouldn't sit with you. Come on, dear.
You're far too level-headed. Far too level-headed for that.
I wouldn't go that far.
We've also got for a super chat. It's Bill Owery. Good to see you, Bill. Isn't disagreeing with the left illegal? It is in Britain now, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think so.
All of us in Britain are expecting knocks on the door, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe what the state of our country, honestly. You know, the last 2 months I haven't looked at a lot of stuff because I found an awful lot of stuff it hindered my concentration on what I was doing, you know, with my therapy and everything. And I can't look at that. I can't hear about this. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that. And then when you get to the position I'm in now and you're catching up and stuff, you go, oh my God, the world's in a real mess because of these lunatics.
Well, that's why I kept sending you pictures of Sweep all the time while you're in hospital. That seems to be the trick. Yeah.
Explain Sweep. Explain that, though.
Well, it's a little bit more suspect than it's meant to, yeah. Sweep's a glove puppet who's a friend of Sooties and Sue's. Again, Google Sootie, probably, yeah, best thing to do.
What do you mean a glove puppet? A puppet? What?
I mean, I am the... I am... One thing that I always think, and I am the eternal glass half full man, is I do think 2026 is going to be the year of draining the swamp.
Oh, there's
Here's
a phrase.
hoping.
Yes, here's
That's
hoping.
going to take a long time.
And if it is, of course, don't forget that we will be here practically every week, God willing, touching wood, with headlines. And I want to point out as well, in case you're new to the channel, Headlines is our political show. Yes, I know this one we've got billed as being our preview and the start of our war between the land and the sea shows. But Headlines is our political show, because what has happened to Doctor Who over the last God knows how many years now, recent years, is that the politics have been dragged into the show in a way it has never seen before. And I'm sick and tired of people telling me, oh, it's always been political. Not to this extent. Not every minute, not every episode, and not with a one-sided view banging you around the head in a manner that you cannot ignore. You get the point. And that's why millions switched the bloody thing off, because it was crap and it was lecturing. So because they've brought all this nonsense into the show, this channel will be reporting on it when they open their big gobs, which is frequently, thank God, because there's a lot to talk about. Honestly, we've got this from Frankie Stannage. I got my results back from my scan. I have a fatty liver disease and a small issue with my gallbladder. Well, listen, Frankie, all the best. I hope they can sort that out. And whatever you're going through, crikey, we're with you. We're with you. Keep in touch with us and let us know what's happening, because that's what we're for. That's what Who's for.
Is someone flushing their toilet online? I don't know what that noise is.
Or is somebody wrapping my present?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or has somebody got a Yeti in the house?
Yeah.
There's some real funny stuff. Look at this from Heretic. The level of racism on this channel. I'm telling RTD he keeps saying people's real names. JT's back, says Funky for 1463 and already trying to demonetize the stream.
He's got a lot of catching up to do. That's the thing.
Our thinking needs correcting, says Matthew Pounder. It's true. It's true. Our thinking does need correcting. And if I can find the graphic, we've got just the thing, because you may remember we were putting this on. You can actually we do recommend special training which can significantly support you in altering your views. If you want to know more, you can get in touch with us at whosviews1@gmail.com. Yes.
Now you're back in the room. That's it.
Yeah, we send you something in a brown paper bag. Yeah. Or you can call 0898 RTD 15881T now.
Love it.
So we're having a bit of a laugh, aren't we? Anyway, you're watching Headlines, the big show on a Thursday. Good to see you all. The main topic for us this evening is, of course, to start our reviews, our previews, our looks at the brand new Doctor Who alleged spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea. We've been expecting it for 2 years.
Oh, my mistake. I thought it was the whore between the hand and the knee. Got that wrong.
Barrel being scrapes now, everybody. Can you hear it? There we go. But yeah, it's here. It starts this Sunday on BBC One at 8:30. It's up against Ant and Dec and their Celebrity Jungle thing. You know, that's why some of these lefties can go on there, can't they? Leave them in the bloody job. Quite honestly, leave them there. Who wants them back? That'd be a good one, actually. Just check in every 5 years to see if they've been eaten.
For the first time ever, I might watch Ant and Dec.
I can't believe they're still going. They must be in there.
Can you tell me which one's which?
No.
They're like an amalgamation of Peter Kay now. If you've seen Peter Kay recently, it looks like he's merged both of them.
Bizarre. Yeah.
Well, apparently he's had the C word.
Has he really? Oh, I don't know.
No,
Caesarean.
No. What? Yeah. The word I don't want saying at the moment because I have an issue with it. We don't get on. But apparently, and all the gigs he's doing a tour. I'm good for Peter. He's saying it's his final tour, George, correct me if I'm wrong. And all the proceeds are going towards the cancer charities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's donating all profits to cancer charity. Yeah. And apparently, yes, he's in remission.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
So that's good news, isn't it? That's good news for him. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we're going to be looking at the war between the land and the sea now. The fish thing, as I've been calling it for a year. Fish thing is what it's going to stay with me because I don't like that title at all. On Who's Views, we have shown on Sunday's headlines. We showed these pictures, which are of the cast. So yeah, here we go. You'll know them all. You know them all.
I need to look at the word charisma somewhere in my dictionary, but neither of them have that charisma whatsoever. Yeah, so particularly one in the middle.
I say the middle one just looks like your textbook Karen activating rage mode now.
It's such a shame because, as Paul highlighted earlier, she was on breakfast television this week, and I watched it on YouTube, and she was bloody awful. She couldn't articulate at all.
No,
and part of me worries about the fact that, as we know, they're told what they can and can't say, these actors, so they don't spoil anything for anybody that might watch, all 10 people that are going to watch it. But she was terrible. Did any of you guys see it?
I saw, and I couldn't believe how bad it was, and I had to turn off halfway through. It was really hard to watch.
Terrible.
Really painful to watch. And she did allude to one of the interviews, when she was speaking about in the interview at the press launch, that, spoiler coming up, she may die in the spin-off coming up. And I'll be cheering if she does. I'm going to get a tutor
Thank goodness.
to cheer if she does, because she's bloody awful, honestly.
Yeah.
No, nothing like her father. Her father had wonderful charisma. Nick Courtney, irreplaceable. If they had somebody of some charisma, it would be great. You know what I mean?
I never liked the character of Kate Lethbridge-Stewart in Doctor Who, and it was she's only there because Stephen Moffat was a fan of the show. Anybody else that quite frankly, if it had been a non-Doctor Who fan producing the show, Unit would never have come back.
Yeah,
let's face it. And they certainly wouldn't have put a Lethbridge-Stewart there, which was just to please fans and make them go, "Wee, that's so clever." It wasn't clever at all because it practically ruined the original character of the brig.
Yeah. She had no character. She had no character, and she acts. I mean, we talk about it, together, but she acts and wouldn't as a plank, basically. There's nothing interesting or remote. She hasn't done anything to justify even being the brig daughter. Just using the name to basically think that people would just buy into the character. I think if you're going to bring the Brigadier daughter into it, she has to kind of show the audience why she is worthy of taking his place, basically. And they never really did that. And she just doesn't remotely feel like a real person at all. And so you just can't get invested. It was the same with Oldgood as well. She's basically there to represent the fans.
Again, awful too. Yeah.
Not a character I can really believe in. I much preferred when they, in Russell's first era, when they used to have to, used to kind of meet different unit captains, and they had some interesting characters, especially the one that was with what's the scientist from Planet of the Dead? I can't remember his name is now. Malcolm. But the boss lady, the lady. Yeah. She was quite good. I'd rather see more of her than Kate Lethbridge-Stewart.
Yeah, I quite liked her. She was quite good.
Yeah.
Was there ever a reason given in the story as to why Kate Lethbridge-Stewart was suddenly in charge of Unit, or is she just an example of using the name in the context of the story?
As far as I remember, she's not on Power of 3. It was one of the Matt Smith episodes, and she said she was like a scientist rather than a military person, or something like that. But that's all I can vaguely remember.
Yeah, she said in the Power of 3 that she basically managed to get Unit kicking and screaming to take a more scientific approach, although we never really saw that. So she kind of
there's only ever 3 of them in Unit anyway. That was the thing. So that's what you had. These 3 people.
She came out of nowhere, basically. It was a bit like, oh yes, you're meant to love the character, and again, when you start forcing that down people's throat, they're just not going to buy it, are they? So
good point. This Lex is saying to us, hope you've got birthday cake, Lex. They are doing a post-credit in final episode of this awful spin-off series. He's judged it already, everybody. Look.
Yeah.
To the panel, do you think they took the ideas off Wakanda Forever? I'm getting strange vibes. I'm going to be watching Aquaman 2, to be very, very honest.
Yeah.
It's Wakanda Forever. It's with Namor, who was the first Aquaman before DC did Aquaman. So that it's probably the Sea Devils, like Wakanda, have got like an ethno state underground, and it's a woe is me, and he'll probably want to create that MCU that he was trying with Doctor Who. So it actually, Lex, wouldn't surprise me if he did something like Wakanda Forever and they're in deep freeze. And
The thing that really surprises me, though, you've seen, George, have you seen any of the images of some of the actual alleged Sea Devils, Aqua people, Aqua kind of
Aqua.
and bizarrely, obviously the lead actors in it are here. You'll see they've got the humanoid actors, and the one in the middle. I bet you a tenner the one in the middle doesn't speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I think that they look more like the fish people from the Underwater Menace than they do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were hoping for, to be quite honest, a few months back. You know, because that's why I started calling it the fish thing. Because I was thinking they can't possibly use the Sea Devils because they can't write for them. You know, they're gonna. You know, look what they did with Davros. He's done the same thing now with the Sea Devils by saying you can't call them Sea Devils. So therefore, we're going to call them Sea Devils because they are called the Sea Devils, and there's nothing wrong with calling them Sea Devils. How can a Sea Devil possibly be racist to a Sea Devil?
Added to which, Malcolm Hulk Malcolm Hulk invented them. Malcolm Hulk called them Sea Devils. They're Sea Devils. That jumped up Welsh prat that thinks he's in charge of it has got no right to say any different. He has no ownership over the characters or the concept. It's Malcolm Hulk's, and that's what he called them. And that's the end of it.
But
Sorry,
Malcolm Hulk never called them Sea Devils. It was a character Dick Mulholland. Mulholland played called them Sea Devils. They're not.
But it was
Sea
Hulk's
Devils.
script,
But that's beside the point. That whether they're called Sea Devils or not, if you're going to use a creature like this, if you're not going to honor that creature, honor the material, choose something else or do something else. Don't destroy something that's already established, well established in the Who canon, and people love the Sea Devils. So why are you changing them? Just do something else instead. Don't be so bloody lazy, you know? It's like,
looking at it from a different point of view as well, why would you go out of your way to rubbish something that commercially has been a very nice earner for the BBC for 50 years?
Yeah. And also story-wise, why Homo Aqua sounds the least threatening name ever. I'd rather in the show, if you say Sea Devil, that sounds a little bit like, that's a bit dangerous, a bit scary. Homo Aqua it sounds like I'm going to like a kid's water park or something. So you just can't take it seriously.
it sounds like an aquatic gay bar, to be honest.
I knew I'd heard the name before.
You might have
I knew it. Flashes of the 90s are coming back to me now. I don't understand how he's come up with Homo Aqua. Two totally different species, Emilio. It doesn't fit at all. And when you look at those blooming pictures, they've apparently what we've got here on the left, we've got salt. We've got
and peppers in the middle.
The warriors in the middle, apparently. But I don't expect them all to be coming on going. I don't expect them to be doing that at all. I think
that was very good.
Thank you. I've been practicing since 1984. But it's a case of like, I think it's going to be the humanoid character, Salt and Tide, that's going to do all the talking.
Yeah.
And again, stealing the vibe from Aquaman 2, I reckon Tide is going to be like one of the Prince guy in Aquaman 2. He's going to be the one that really wants to get at the humans.
He's
really
a baddie, yeah.
Look, I need to watch it.
I don't know if this has been mentioned before, but Salt and Tide, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really? Really? Yes. Don't the Silurians...
That's quite
Go on,
It's what they're called, not called fish and chip. It's like...
That's something actually that's been a massive thing in R2D2, let's call it that. In R2D1, you never had, like, characters' names were like normal names. They sounded like normal people, and since then he started just naming random stuff. I said to you guys, I honestly think he just raids his food cupboard and just thinks of names, willy nilly like that. Basically, he's like,
I'm
like petrol, he mentioned. Remember, yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't call them Ebb and Flow and have done with it.
Yeah. Watch out for the Christmas 2026 alleged Christmas special for Heinz. Heinz will be in there.
Yeah. It's on his head, apparently. Yeah, which explains a lot.
Well, we know that, don't we? Digby Strawbridge is telling us, don't the Silurians refer to the sea devils as sea devils in Warriors of the Deep? Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
But that was a balls up, though, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It was a balls up.
It was a little bit, but it's in there, so there we go. And
Okay.
Count 1970 lives. Well, thank goodness. Apparently, Homo aqua are closely related to the sea devils, but a different species. So in theory, the classic ones are still out there. More RTD nonsense logic. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like, he's looked at Warriors of the Deep and thought, well, they got away with it then because they looked different. And we can do it again. But to be quite honest, why are they blue? Is the sea cold?
I suppose they're going down the same line they did with the Silurians and Matt Smith's here, haven't they? They've got that. They're not quite Silurians, really. They're just a different, faction of them or whatever, in order to avoid what we're saying now and complaining about it, probably. But it's still not very good, is it? Why can't they do something else instead? You know what I mean?
Why?
They look like the Marvel, again, Wakanda Forever. They look like the Atlantean people. If you were to put them this PH thing to Wakanda Forever, they've taken big elements of that for these guys. So they're just, again, copying and pasting out of other projects.
He's been doing that a lot, though, hasn't he? He just doesn't do it stylishly or well, does he?
Why did they look like a fancy dress version of the Little Mermaid?
Yes.
We've had this chat before as well, hasn't it? Why have they suddenly, since Moffat's time, decided to Star Trek all our monsters? All Doctor Who fans want are monsters.
What they remind me of are the Iridians from The Chase, which I could go with, it'd be fine, but they look a bit, the makeup is a bit like that as well, I think.
Yeah.
We've got Marie UK saying to us, if he's scared of offending people with the sea devils, don't use them, which is what you guys want to say.
Absolutely.
Quite right. Adrian's joining us. Hello, Adrian. How are you, mate? Evening, everybody. Hello to you. And the Darren Zone's with us saying the life and loves of a sea devil. Yes, please. That would have been
tough and tough, isn't it? Yeah. So.
Yeah. That would have been a better title for a show, although I think the Weldon estate may have had something to say about it, but that would have been fun, I think.
Yeah.
Life and loves of a sea devil.
Written by Jilly Cooper or something like that, kind of thing, yeah.
Could have been one of the back comic strips in the old weekly in the old days. We had Croton. All I'm saying. What you're saying to us, Lex, the post-credit scene is rumoured to have the TARDIS land on Earth, probably.
Woo.
Yeah.
Great.
If he steps out, though, the mincing ninny one, if he steps out of this in this series, you'll hear me scream, everybody. I tell you, and I'll be on this show kicking off.
This is the bit Paul McGann's rumoured to have filmed. That's what this means.
Yeah, problem is by then he'll say, "Am I late?" And they'll go, "Bugger off! Where have you been for 5 episodes?" Yeah,
I'll put a 5 if Russell T Davies comes out of the TARDIS. It's him, he's the next Doctor. What he's always
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Blue Oyster Bar from the Police Academy, said Jason.
Yeah.
I've now got that theme, that tune in my head every time they went in. We probably can't sing it for copyright reasons.
True.
But there we go. And who's Miss Crow? New to me, Miss Crow. Hello. I can't watch it because I'll be thinking of Alonzo and Tish, and it won't make sense to me. Why use actors from Doctor Who as totally different people or fish in a Doctor Who spin-off?
Because nobody else wants to watch it and go on it.
Yeah.
It's crap.
I suppose if you like, I'm not too fussed about it too much if an actor's there. I mean, it's been a very long time. The not-wees, which is what I call the general public, Miss Crow, if they bother to watch this, won't remember, what's his name? I can't even remember. Alonzo.
Of course they won't, yeah.
But they might recognise Russell Tovey because he is on everything nearly. He's nearly as bad as Olivia Colman.
But in all fairness, how many times did Philip Maddock or Bernard Horsfall or Michael Sherd pop up in Doctor Who originally playing different characters?
Yeah. I don't think you should be restricted personally. I think if the actor's good and you like the actor, I would probably do it as well. I'd say, yeah, you're a mate. Here's a role in my show. To be honest,
actors do turn down work.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I don't know. I haven't got a problem with it. So I tell you what, we do have here for you as well. I've got some articles for you. Now, somebody in the chat earlier on said that the previews so far have been quite positive.
Yeah,
they have. And I've got one here which might surprise you. Actually, it wouldn't. But the previews have been quite positive. But then again, I would like to point out at this particular point, they were also quite positive for Ncuti Gatwa's first series.
I was going to say when a preview's never not been positive.
Yeah. When the booze dries up and the free tickets don't come through. Oh, you didn't give me that show. The biggest one, you won't be surprised by this at all, but let's get into this particular one right now, because this is the welcome return, please, everybody. The welcome return to Whose Views headlines for our favorite Metro journalist, everybody. Asya Iftikhar is back, everybody, proclaiming that the new Doctor Who spin-off is the best Russell T Davies television in years. She's given it 4 out of 5 yellow stars there.
I mean, in all fairness, that's a low bar.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what she has to say about it, and I'll get all your opinions. But it's great to have you back, Asya. I know you don't really know that you're on the show, but you're on it a lot, so it's great to have you back. But here you are, new Doctor Who spin-off, blah, blah, blah. She carries on with this. This spoiler-free review, phew, everybody breathe a sigh of relief, is based on the first 2 episodes of The War Between the Land and the Sea. After watching the opening 2-parter to RTD's long-awaited spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea, I breathed a heavy sigh of relief. Oh, good for you. The unit-based series follows everyman Barclay, whose life ordering taxis for the higher-ups is turned upside down when he's forced to become humanity's spokesperson. Why? Well, you may ask. Well, stirring from their millions of years of slumber are the Homo Aqua, also known as the classic Who villains, the Sea Devils. We soon discover they are an ancient aquatic race called the Sea Devils, led by the enigmatic amphibian Salt, who proved to be the world. Great, I'll read that again. Led by the enigmatic amphibian Salt. I don't know why it tickles me. Who proved to be the world's greatest challenge yet. Helmed by 2 returning Doctor Who legends, the show also features our regular unit crew, including Gemma Redgrave, Ruth Madley, and Alexander Devrient. I hope I'm saying his name right again. A new high in writing, allegedly. As someone who's been a fan of Doctor Who for nearly 2 decades, bless the baby, I have fallen just as much in love with the spin-offs that make the Whoniverse so rich as the main show itself. I was brought up in the Sarah Jane adventures. My values sharpened by Torchwood, that says it all. I even enjoyed the short-lived spin-off Class. So going into watching the latest offering, I was both excited and wary. Beyond one-off episodes like Wild Blue Yonder, 73 Yards, and Lux, I have struggled more with recent seasons of Doctor Who, which marked Davis's return as showrunner. Dialogue felt clunkier, the plot points dropped with no explanation, endings were poorly executed, and there was a loss of the sophistication to the storytelling that I've come to know and love from the TV legend. Luckily, at least so far, The War Between the Land and the Sea marks a return to form for the beloved sci-fi writer. Perhaps it is because of the Breathing Room 5 episodes provide for one story arc, but the standard that this show so far meets the highs of Davis's writing in shows from years past, like the acclaimed It's a Sin. Firstly, we have the compelling duo at the core of the story, Barclay and Salt, who are given rich character depth from the get-go with the promise of more to come, instantly making you invested in their lives. Now, bear this in mind, everybody, when we come to do the reviews. They're instantly making you invested in their lives. Both Toby and McWartha Raw rise to the challenge of their layered characters well, with the latter especially wowing as Salt, giving a new acceptance of portraying a non-human character. As someone indifferent and perhaps even skeptical of the idea of sea devils being the central species, RTD manages to weave a story out of them that is timely and relevant. Armed with a Disney Plus budget that felt out of place in the new season of Doctor Who, you can tell the money has been well spent here on grand scale sets, gorgeous costuming, and epic ideas, such as the plastic apocalypse of episode 2. I've always loved the moral heart of the reboot, which has, for the most part, been politically astute since 2005. That's an opinion. And The War Between the Land and the Sea indulges in the social, political commentary at its very best. The conversation around climate change and global warming doesn't seem contrived or forced, but natural and explored in a generally fun way that Doctor Who thrives on, pushing ideas to their most bonkers limit. Recently, I found Davis has done a lot more telling than showing when it comes to the moral thread of his stories, which can come across as disingenuous and on the nose. This time around, he does a far better job of letting the story flow, and the lessons speak for themselves in this new spin-off. There's one moment in the second episode where we see Salt take drastic measures to gain control of the room, which represents a deeper commentary about our society without hitting us over the head with it. Simple thrills to shock and delight. It's simple moments like these where Davis's vision just works. Now, having said that, there are times when the writing veers into the cringy and awkward again, but they are few and far enough between to power through. Also, with Davis's recent track record for baffling finales, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket until I see how the story comes to an end and whether it's worth the so wonderful build-up. And as someone who has always enjoyed the darker side of the series when the high stakes deliver a deadly blow, I want to feel a little gutted before the end to take the show to that next level. But for those missing the extra quality to Who that we've only caught glimpses of here and there, I'm confident that this will thrill and delight if you give it a chance. What to make of that then, team?
Well, it said in the article there she was high on the writing. She's definitely high on something.
Well, she's using Doctor Who in recent years as the benchmark, and she's quite clearly rubbishing Doctor Who in recent years.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, from the very little that I've seen of it, that's the exact opposite what the BBC are doing, because they seem to be going out of their way to uncoupling it from Doctor Who and not associating it with it.
Yeah.
Because all the marketing I've seen, I haven't gone out on my way to find it. Yeah. You know, you didn't get the previously oft-used strap line from the worlds of Doctor Who and the Doctor Who logo there and all the rest of it. It's a standalone thing. So I don't think she's singing from the same hymn sheet as everybody else.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that's just one that I selected of. I must have seen 5 review. Or they're not really reviews. They're previews, aren't they? They're hints as to what's come from people that have been and seen the first 2 episodes, whether they went to the screening or whether or not the disc was sent to them, whatever it is. And they're all good, but online. It's as though everybody, like us, they've been bitten by 2 series of dire, ridiculous nonsense, and they are not wanting to say this is good television because they've only seen the first 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah, one of the bonuses of this spin-off is Ncuti Gatwa isn't in it.
Yes.
So that's an advantage in it for them start. And for me, I feel that this looks quite straight, quite serious from what I've seen. Whether that'll deliver the seriousness of it is debatable. But visually, it looks really good. And if it was played straight with a Doctor could have been like this the last couple of seasons, but actually straighter, more adult, which it should have been, rather than this frivolous camp nonsense we got for 2 years with Ncuti. You know,
it would be interesting when we're actually reviewing this, Paul, if you're right on that, because it will show you the 2 mindsets that RTD is in. Yeah. The minority audience he was desperately trying to get to watch Doctor Who with all the drag queen and the trans and the mincing ninny doctor and the crying and the masculinity and all that bullshit he threw into the episodes. And if this one is totally different, we will have to ask the question, why? Why was this better than Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, exactly. And people have referred to, and the Metro referred to as well, the fact that it's a bit like Children of Earth. And if it's as good as that was really good. That's the best Torchwood series they've ever had, the best episodes, and what really well, very dark show. If it's like that, that would be great. But it's got potential to be like that. But whether it'll deliver to be like that, I don't think it probably will. But we'll see.
As an aside, so Russell Tovey's character is called Barclay.
Yeah.
Anybody familiar with Cockney rhyming slang?
Barclay's Bank.
And also Robert on that point says, well, apparently Barclay is a booking in clerk or something.
Yeah. Have you been reading the Kenneth Williams diaries recently, George?
Not recently, but
from memory, yes. yeah.
We know
that was that was Joe Orton's diaries, wasn't it? Not
there's an interesting read. We know RTD is not really bothered about offending people. He's offended the Doctor Who fan base plenty of times, says Marie UK. He must be just devoid of creativity and wants to take credit for everything. I'm not going to argue with that. The man is seriously having some sort of after midlife crisis. Honestly, he's gone through some sort of, I mean, at a point where he should be, let's face it, retiring, because he's the same age as the show, so he's in his 60s. He's clinging on. He's clinging on. And that's where I personally think, guys, why a nonsense Doctor Who, and tried to make it for, people that he thinks are in a majority, when we've just proven hands down, they're not. They're not. You know, all these screaming, flag-waving, multicolored hair idiots from the far left, they're not millions of them at all, really. You know, thank God, you know, they're all.
But the one thing that they are is very, very, very loud.
Yeah.
I think just to kind of go off what Paul was talking about, Children of Earth, I do think we should judge this standalone series against what RTD produced back in, was it 2009 when Children of Earth came out, because there's a lot of similarities. Not that there's like five episodes or 6, I can't remember, but the fact that it's a tension between an alien species and the human race. Apparently they are reusing some of the old set.
Apparently so,
yes.
They're bringing back one of the unit captains from that, and so there are a lot. It's very, very similar. So let's see if RTD can match what I thought as well. Paul was a great. I love that series. I think it's incredibly dark. The payoff, but you got John Barrowman leading it. When he was in Pomp with Captain Jack as well. So it could be difficult.
And he has more charisma than Russell Tovey, certainly. Yeah.
And actually, last year I was in my work office and I went down the stairs and it was really random. But Russell Tovey was there, and my God, that guy is huge. And he come across a little bit of a knob when he was speaking to the receptionist. I was like, this guy. Yeah, I liked him in Human. What was it? What's the one with the
Being Human.
Being Human.
Yeah, I liked him in that.
Did you? I thought he was out of place in that. Personally, I thought Russell Tovey didn't suit the team, the trio. That's obviously just myself, but I thought he let that down. I don't know, from what I remember of the show. I remember just being uncomfortable with. That's not the performance you should be giving for this. It's not matching the other two. But that was just me, I don't know.
Aidan Turner, the stronger Doctor.
Oh yeah.
I think he could have been.
He wanted to play Poldark, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and it was the Poldark look with the hair and the outfit where I thought, God, it's Doctor Who.
Like Hanging Gale all over again. Yeah.
It really was that sort of thing, Paul. You know, if you don't know what the Hanging Gale is, everybody, that's where you saw several Doctor Who's in one episode, basically. That's out there. Yeah, got loads of you in the chat. It's great to see you. Just catching up. I'm behind. Still good to see you back, fella, says Julie. Nice to see you as well, Julie. Great to see you. The Truth Is Up There is saying to us, did she describe RTD as a beloved science fiction writer who has been paying her this nonsense? She did indeed, didn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe in her world. Yeah.
Well, but as we had said before, but a bar to measure it from, she's only been a fan of Doctor Who since 2005. No offense to the younger members of our panel, but you've at least watched classic Who, guys. I mean, but if she's basing on just watching Russell's work and all new Who, then she's not really got a proper gauge of what is good science fiction. Has she? Let's be honest.
That's what it said on the press release that she cut and pasted from.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Legion of James saying, well, that article confirms it's a no from me. Lee Smith is saying, increase the cringe. And Woodhouse 12T, socio-political commentary makes me want to avoid watching. I was like that immediately because there were 2 articles. One, the one I've just read, and there was another one, was it the Radio Times, which mentioned social political commentary. Now, RTD himself, just to balance this out, has gone on in both the Radio Times, which we'll come to, and on that morning show we did the other morning, whatever that was called again, basically saying that because it's dealing with the sea, the politics come naturally to it. So he's justifying the fact that when you're looking at the sea and you're looking at all the pollution that goes into the sea over the years, it's natural to bring the politics into it. Maybe for a spin-off, possibly, but not in Doctor Who. Where I mean,
what about all the mines that he pollutes? You know, I mean, he's not really one to talk about pollution, is he? Really? He's a nauseating cretin. JT, before I forget, we had two super chats from earlier. So thank you to Mark Greaves.
Thank you, Mark.
Am I a bad man? I had the shortest blind date ever last week. Walking into the restaurant, she said her pronouns are they, them. As she sat down, I went to the toilet and kept going. Total time, 6 minutes.
Good for you.
I think you made the right
dating,
call there.
I think that's called.
And
why
the other
would
one,
any idiot do that? Why would anybody go on a date having spent the time? And obviously, dates are you worry about a date, and then you stress yourself out, and you get yourself looking good, and you know all this sort of stuff. You get to it, and the first thing you say, "My pronouns are," I'd say, "Fuck off." Oh, pardon me.
yeah. Well, those are your pronouns, but
other swear words are available, folks. Just so you know.
but they're not as good, are they?
Sorry about that. But
we also have a super chat from Craig Dunlop, 3,000. Thank you, Craig. And he says, "I hate to disagree. I hate to disagree with the panel and the chat, but I myself have recently come out as non-hexadecimal when 16 genders just aren't enough."
You must have a complicated wardrobe. I bet you do. Yes.
Again, Ian, I've got to say thank you very much for keeping an eye on these things, because these aren't coming up for some reason.
That's all right.
Maybe my system needs to catch up. JWC Reviews, good to see you. Sounds absolutely thrilling. I can't wait. Only joking. It sounds like an old guff. And Robert Payne, this is more for you guys, because George and I won't know this, but wasn't Praxius an environmental episode with Jodie?
Yeah,
and it was crap.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst.
I fell asleep in that. That episode. Yeah.
I think if they wanted to make a point on the kind of pollution thing, you could just do it really, really like subtly, and it could be almost like a one or two liner where what kind of wake the sea devils up? Oh, human beings are polluting the ocean. Bam, that's all you need to do with it. You do not need to make it into a central part of the story. Just have it as a reason to why they've woken up.
No, they don't know how to do that.
It doesn't even need to be that difficult. But RTD got an impulse syndrome, hasn't he? So they might say he's doing it subtly, but his version of subtlety is what probably an average writer is hitting us over the head. So because he normally hits us with a sledgehammer, this is probably gonna be like a blunt hammer. That's how I see it.
This is something, Amelia, we're going to be discussing, isn't it? How would there be a real explanation as to how the Sea Devils have this time woken up? Does there need to be one? These are all the things we're going to be looking at in our reviews, aren't they? Because as fans, we're going to be looking out for this. It has also said, where's my piece of paper? There it is. They have also said that for classic fans, and it's interesting that they said classic fans, there are several Easter eggs tying in with the John Pertwee Classic, which, don't forget, they have butchered. They have put out again this Sunday in a new 90-minute version by BC.
So that then translates as please watch it.
Yeah.
Please love us. Yeah.
Will somebody be watching the Clangers? Is that going to be happening?
I bet that's gone.
I was wondering actually if the Sea Devils had woken up. It'd be wonderful they were still filming Fort Boyard with Tom Baker on it, on that fort. And that's what woken them up, was the filming of that show, and that's how it started. That'd be lovely. Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Why are they...
and get a cameo from Tom, that'd be lovely, yeah.
That'd be brilliant, yeah.
Why are they putting Easter eggs in for the classic fans when 2 years ago they told them to piss off?
Exactly. Because they don't learn. We know that BBC Studios and Bad Wolf and RTD especially don't learn, because we're the enemies. We're not to be listened to. The fans don't matter. What matters is the minority of fans that they're trying desperately to retain, the label-loving lot that we don't like. So they're the ones that matter. The rest of us can go. And it's worked. Millions of us across the planet have disappeared from Doctor Who now. We know that. We know that. We looked at the ratings for the 1 million the Mincing Ninny series was getting. 1 million. It was shocking.
But they'll be listening to, you know, the one true convert who has 50 different accounts on X and Facebook,
Yes.
all posting how wonderful it was interacting with each other. And it's, you know, it's one purple haired shadow in their cellar.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is for classic fans. I think it's for themselves. It's for like Pete Petit to make himself feel like this is something legit and make himself feel good. Basically, it's them fan wanking, if I can say that, themselves, basically.
Yes, it's true, isn't it? It's.
Hey, we don't just swear tonight. Just going to check.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's swear word bingo.
We will work on that, viewers. I do apologise. But listen,
I just have one each. Just one each would be good. It'd be good. Yeah.
I think you're right there. Emilio, especially with the fact that we must remember that McTeague is the co-writer on this, and he's got co-writing credit. But if you look at that, admittedly, quite nice trailers they've done that he's directed and written. It's all fan nonsense. The one that came out today for season 21, an older Fifth Doctor with an older Tegan who obviously hasn't got anything else to wear. Basically turning up years after their event. It's fan nonsense. But for the video, for the Blu-rays rather, it works because it's for that particular audience. In a big mainstream show, I would argue it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I'll give it a chance as Camp 1970 lives. Without Shooty, it could be at least watchable. If the show was still going with him, I couldn't watch it even for another Who's Views. Oh, you could. You could come and see us crying. Honestly, yeah. I cannot bring myself to watch this as Richard Brooks 539. It would be a waste of my finite lifespan, and it will not have been made for me. Rather, around 1% of the population, it will disappoint.
I think 1% of the population is probably a very bullish estimation. I think 0.1% of the population is nearer it.
Yeah.
I
think I said before on Sunday that I think that it'd be interesting to see if it does better than Doctor Who because it's not got Shooty in it, and all the Doctor Lit episodes got better viewing figures, didn't they? So maybe he's not in it will make a difference. You know.
Do you know the fact that I think the BBC have seem to be actively disconnecting it from Doctor Who probably gives it more of a sporting chance.
Yeah,
because current Doctor Who, as far as the British public go now, is so toxic and so disliked. Yeah, that the fact that it's like, that follows on from Doctor Who. I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
What's also interesting is that I heard that this was the third thing that Russell T Davies had written before he come back to Doctor Who. It may be that he had one good idea to begin with, and then the rest it was all downhill from there. Because if you actually go through it chronologically. It just got worse. The more it was clear that he obviously had no more ideas. So, I mean, there's a possibility. I mean, we know that Russell T Davies has written Midnight. He has written The Waters of Mars. He did write for Children of Earth. So he's surely capable of writing something decent. Well, and I'm not saying this will be. I'm just saying that it's good to leave ourselves open to the option.
Yeah, I can't, Emilio.
A very small chance he could produce something that's semi-decent.
Yeah, well, you see, I can't believe that because look what he's given us with the Shooty Gatwas stuff. Look what he did with Davros. Look what he did with the Tennant things. Because we know where his politics lie because of all the shooting off he's done. This will be interesting to see if he's been restrained in any way because I reckon personally this has been made for an adult audience in both Britain and America. A brand new audience that they thought they might get with the Gap stuff.
I think there's more of a chance of him being reined in on this than there is in Doctor Who, because correct me if I'm wrong, but this was made after the 2 Gatwa series of Doctor Who. So the viewing figures and the audience reaction globally would have been in for those. So Disney and the BBC would have said, no, you need to do a bit of a handbrake turn here. It can't be the same as that.
Yeah, well, it was filmed and it was produced at the same time as the Gatwa series, both of them.
Oh.
And it's the same production team. It finished after season 2, filming of season 2, but a lot of the production went in place at the same time as the Gatwa series was in production. But I do think the tonal shift.
Could they have taken time to edit?
Oh God, yeah.
I think maybe they will cut back on some of his excessive nature. You would hope anyway.
We shall soon find out. Because What Between the Land and the Sea is this Sunday on BBC One. Everybody, 8:30.
Does anybody know if the transsexual character is in this one?
Not unless it's the Sea Devil.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think he is. Yeah,
Donna Noble's child.
No,
God, I hope not.
Well, that's telling in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
John, I love you.
Yeah. We've got Paul Schlefter saying, are you going to review the new awful version of the Sea Devils? No plans, Paul. 2 was enough. The Daleks and the War Games was enough. So we've got no plans at all.
There might be some spontaneous outbursts of anger over the next few weeks about it, but not a program in itself, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Funky is saying to us here as well, if Sea Devils is racist, how can they show a new version of the original story with the original title?
And why are they showing it anyway? Again, it goes back to what we were saying about, is it to entice an audience to watch it? Is it to educate the audience because they don't know what they're going to get into from the actual news stories? Like, why they have to put it on as like a trailer for the series? That's what it's like, isn't it?
As if the general public are going to watch that on Sunday night, on a Sunday afternoon or whenever. They've got Bullseye to watch, for heaven's sake.
But why put it on at all? I don't understand. It's like if you don't need to have it,
Why bother?
It's very dangerous. Yeah. It's very dangerous because if they show, despite the editing, you're going to have on screen John Pertwee, arguably at the height of his power, with Katie Manning at the height of her popularity, with some of the most famous and best loved monsters ever. And they're going to have that on screen just before this shit. And the comparison
as well, don't forget him.
Yeah, and Delgado, my God.
Yeah.
And people are just going to realise what this used to be.
Yeah.
Compared to what it's become. It could be a huge own goal, I think.
Well, we'll soon find out. There has been some coverage in the British TV listing magazines. And yes, I actually went out this week. I went to my local Tesco's and did the usual thing just for you. Hello to everybody in Tesco's, by the way. It was nice to see you all. It really was. Tracy and all the gang, good to see you. But I went into this. There were a few interesting articles. The biggest one was predictably in the Radio Times. But we'll start off with this one. This is TV Choice. You can see that in the bottom left-hand corner. That's where they were giving a bit of a cover for it. And it was in the 6 shows you must not miss this week. You can just about see it there on the right. There's a picture of Russell Tovey.
Is it number 6?
Yes.
Now, the other 5 are not exactly going to knock Kathy Come Home or I Claudius off their
exactly
off the podium, are they?
Not even Akon Antiques would do that, to be fair.
Bear in mind that TV Choice is also edited by an ex-Doctor Who magazine editor, just to say. Anyway, what they did with TV Choice is they did this. They made it Sunday's Choice. An iconic 1970s Doctor Who foe returns in this spin-off as ocean-dwelling humanoids. Ocean-dwelling humanoids now, everybody. Re-emerge to reclaim our polluted seas, while human Russell Tovey forms a bond with the enigmatic Gugu Mabwatha Raw. So not giving much away there.
An iconic 1970s Doctor Who foe does not return in this spin-off.
No, it doesn't.
I'm delighted to say.
Yeah. It's the way they publicize it, though, isn't it? Because it's nothing like it at all. It's really annoying. But you've got this as well from TV Choice. This is what come in. They didn't give it a cover, but you've got the Devil's Advocate. As you can see, I'll leave that on screen for you. This was written by Tom Spilsbury, which will be a name familiar to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Doctor Who viewers with very long memories may remember a 1972 story called The Sea Devils, in which John Pertwee's Doctor tried to broker a peace between human beings and the creatures who inhabit the Earth's oceans. In this new spin-off, the Sea Devils return, and they're not happy with the way that humanity has treated their home as a dumping ground. It's a classic idea, says RTD. If you take the Doctor out of the story and put in an ordinary man, then it becomes even more alive. There's no one who can fix what's going on with the wave of a sonic screwdriver. That's what makes it real and tough and exciting and new. he says. Russell already has some experience with Doctor Who, however, having appeared in the 2007 Christmas special Voyage of the Time, blah, blah, blah. So again, it's written probably before they've seen it because it doesn't say much.
Yeah.
It's interesting, actually, that paragraph quote from Russell Tovey. To be in that with Kylie Minogue and David Tennant with a show at the height of its cultural powers, the height of its cultural powers 20 years ago. What does that say about RTD's current writing?
Yeah.
That's true. True. 20 years. A lot happens in 20 years, doesn't it? Things go down the pan. We'll move on. We've got this one here. This is actually TV and Satellite Week. Now, as you can see, they've got a really big cover of this. The BBC, again, everybody, like with Doctor Who, has been very cagey with publicity photographs, which is why you'll find all the YouTubers and all the fans doing things. We've all used the same photos because it's just limited. However, wherever this one came from of Salt, that one is different. So I don't know where they got that and why it hasn't.
Is she wearing a string bikini there? I can't quite make out.
It's obviously some sort of armor, isn't it?
As a homage to the Sea Devil vest. I was wondering.
Maybe it is.
That looks like a promo image from a news show, like when celebrity dating goes wrong.
Too much Botox in his input.
Don't give them ideas. I'll tell you something I've noticed when I've been looking through all these magazines. Hold on, let me just get back to this. In the throat area, they all have this sort of little pill. You see that little round thing? I wonder what that is. But they've all got it. Anyway, let's get back to what's on TV and Satellite Week. This was the article from TV and Satellite Week. Quite a nice 2-page spread. Again, it says the same sort of thing as to what's going on, with the show. It's an interview with the same, just like they did with Doctor Who. It's as though the interviews were done ages ago, and then the scripts were sent out to all the magazines.
Yeah,
because it's the same stuff that they're printing. So we've got that particular one, and then we've got this, where TV and Satellite Week put it at number 2 in the shows they recommend for the week.
Being number 2 is not a good description. Let's be fair.
Well, they describe it this: Doctor Who spin-off with an eco-thriller flavour. As Salt, the leader of the Sea Devils, Homo Aqua, emerges from the ocean to threaten humanity. Can Russell Tovey's out-of-his-depth unit operative save the planet? You tell me on Monday when we come back to talk about this stuff. The biggest one of the week, as I've mentioned before, was the Radio Times, which was this one. What lies beneath? So this is a photograph, and again, sorry about the blurs. Blame the lights in the coffee shop, but it's quite a big article. And if you bear with me, I'm going to go through it with you right now, because it starts with this gentleman here, whose name I can't now actually remember. It might be at the end of the article. But at the beginning of this, he's talking about the story that Russell's been saying quite a bit now about how he lives in Swansea, and he'll go and sit down near the sea every now and then. And as a Doctor Who fan, it's very easy to look at the sea and come up with the story. Okay. I suppose he's forgotten the fact that any fan would also talk immediately about the Sea Devils in the sea.
Yeah.
We would do that, wouldn't we? We'd all look at it, and the first thing we'd think of is the Sea Devils are in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it carries on with this. Where's the bit I want to talk about? Oh, this is where Russell's talking about. It was perhaps inevitable, given where he lives, that Davis's anxieties about the environment might inspire his work. But how? Davis says the problem with climate change is that it's very hard to write about. No one has yet worked out how to write about the weather changing slowly while we ignore it. It was one of Davis's neighbours who unwittingly helped him crack the problem. There's a marvellous woman who lives 3 doors down from me who's 70 years old, so just a couple of years older than you, Russell. I once met her and she was dressed as a fish with her friends marching up and down the seafront, protesting about climate change and saying this seafront will be gone in 20 years and these houses will be gone. So I started thinking about that and put that together with my Doctor Who mind, which is always looking for new ways to invade the Earth, and it all coalesced into this story. Really? He says
I wonder if that lady's costume inspired the costumes of the new Sea Devils.
Maybe. He says here that he remembers watching the John Pertwee story. It's a child of the Doctor Who. It's the child of the Doctor Who story called The Sea Devils, which is well known as one of the most famous stories ever. He says, "My generation thinks of it as the one with the monsters coming out of the sea. It's an absolute classic." So, if you
I disagree with that. The generation, which is our similar generation, really, top three in the middle second row, certainly, it's the one in the string vests. It's not with the one with the monsters coming out the sea.
Yeah.
It's the one in the string vests that it's known as. So he doesn't even know that.
And it's probably one of the most repeated Doctor Who stories, like Genesis, isn't it? There's been repeated the most over the years.
I think Sea Devils and Genesis tie as the most broadcast Doctor Who stories ever.
Yeah.
In terms of terrestrial TV broadcasts.
Yeah.
And even as a kid, when I hadn't watched any classic Who, I was somehow aware of the Sea Devils and the image of them coming out of the sea. I mean, don't know how it got there, but obviously it must have been seen somewhere and must have been about.
Yeah, definitely.
It's iconic, even from photographs of it. Even if you've not seen the episode, just seen the odd image of them. It's great. Yeah.
Right.
But you would have seen it somewhere, Amelia, because even editors, when the show was off air, if they wanted to talk about Doctor Who, one of the photographs they'd always get is the Sea Devils coming out the sea.
Yeah. Or one of those wonderful shots on the Seafort set of the Sea Devil rearing up behind Pertwee.
Yeah. And because, let's face it, they look bloody good. The original Sea Devils are stunning to this day, and why they had to go and change them again, like they did with the Silurians, to suit the non-existent modern audience, and because they've gone down the Star Trek route of, we want to see the actor. No, we don't. We want to bloody see a monster. We want a man in a rubber suit, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
It goes on to this. I'm going to leave this up if any of you want to freeze this and read this. It does mention the fact that they're called Homo Aqua now, which is still ridiculous. And it goes, this is a bit where they talk about Tovey and Doctor Who before, and then he goes to gush about Russell T Davies and how wonderful he is, as they all do, blah, blah, blah. I've got no time for it, quite frankly. Then it goes on to this. There are some scenes in the war between the land and the sea that are pure fantastical sci-fi, while others feel pulled from the headlines. With references to pollution in the Thames and the amount of plastic thrown into the oceans, it might be politically engaged, but this drama is by no means a piece of worthy but dull social realism. It is enormously entertaining, says Davis. It's an epic and scary and tough and romantic. Yes, romantic, everybody. You'll be gobsmacked by it. Tovey nods in agreement. When people watch it, they're going to be really taken aback that this show that's on the BBC, because of the gubbins that we've been able to play with. It does mention Malcolm Hulke in this. Given the environmental themes, it wouldn't be wholly surprising if some critics on the right of the political spectrum, here we go, accuse RTD and by extension the BBC of trying to shove their green agenda down viewers' throats. The irony is that while the idea of using Doctor Who to highlight social justice talking points might feel like a very modern development, Davis's new series is actually in the spirit of the original 72 version, The Sea Devils, which was written by Malcolm Hulke, a former Communist Party member who used Doctor Who stories to smuggle progressive themes into mainstream drama, turning alien races into allegories for class, race, and colonial oppression.
Used to smuggle progressive themes into the drama.
Not bash you about the head with it.
Yes.
Yeah. At least he was entertaining. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at least he knew how to write a story.
Exactly.
I mean, as a kid, all that would have gone over our heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When 7-8-year-old me sat cross-legged in front of the TV, absolutely glued to the Sea Devils, I wasn't there sitting, this is all about colonialism. I was sitting there thinking, God, they're brilliant monsters. Oh, they're fantastic. When are they back on screen? Oh, there's the Master.
An added bonus. Yeah. Whereas now you'll go, there's a drag queen. I know what they're telling us. Oh, look, personal pronouns from the Meep. I know what they're telling us.
And like you said, they don't give two sides of the argument. They just give one-sided narrative. That's all you get. You don't get two sides of it, and that's the way it should be.
Paul,
have a debate about it,
Paul, as Russell T Davies, I'm sure, would tell you, you, like everybody else, is perfectly entitled to my opinion.
What were you going to say, Kirst?
hell with the turtles. Just give me some action. Give me some fun. Fuck the turtles for a minute. Give me some Sea Devil love. And B, I back what Bidweird said in one of the comments. I bet you good money Salt and Russell Tovey will be kissing fins and.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be Sea Devil love, Kirsty, definitely.
Oh,
without
yes.
doubt. Yes.
God.
Yes. It's called Surf and Tough, I believe it's called. Yes.
That's going to be vile, isn't it? Oh.
You know, this 78-year-old watching the Sea Devils back in 1972, 50 plus years down the line, still love watching it, never ever get bored of it. I wonder any 7-8-year-old now who watches the Hall between the hand and the knee 50 years from now will be saying the same thing about it.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
I mean, we've said before on the shows reviewing the Gatwa stuff, there's no way that it's going to last 50 years, these episodes. We're not going to be praising the Shooty Gatwa Series 2 Collector's Edition box set, wherever it's going to be, are we? It's not going to happen. It's had its time and it's gone. It's out of the way. It's gone. It's never to be seen again, unless you're that minority that scream and shout when somebody like me criticizes it. JT says Count 1970 lives. If they want the land back, why cover it in pollution? If they can gather all the plastic together, why not put it somewhere useful? All just dumb agenda stuff again. Now, can I just point out, everybody, while I remember, this occurred to me the other day there when I was reading these things. This is plainly going to be, especially episode 2, which is called The Plastic Apocalypse. This is plainly going to be about that, about the fact that the oceans are filthy now, which we know. We know that.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if all that plastic pollution was actually 1 million Jodie Whittaker and Shooty Gatwa figures?
But I was thinking about this, and I think, well, this is going to be aimed at people in Britain watching it, and people watching it on Disney Plus outside of the UK, especially in America. It's going to be aimed at us. They're going to show it in Pakistan. They're going to show it in parts of India. Have you seen their rivers? Have you seen what they do with their rivers? They literally throw all their crap into the rivers.
Yeah.
Well, you've only got to look to the sea. So it's not necessarily down to all of us. And Russell's going on about the fact that in one of his interviews, they do get at the big corporations who have to take responsibility for some of it. But are they dare going to criticize these poor third world countries, of which Britain is turning into one, by the way? Are they going to dare criticize them and say, this is your problem as well? This is your government's problem. This is successive generations from you lot. I don't think so somehow.
Hypocrite. All those countries that we just outsource our global minimal carbon emissions to at great expense.
Yeah. And we're responsible for only 2% of the global. Great Britain is responsible for only 2% of global CO2. So India and China can keep, polluting the planet, and we can do whatever we want here and become as green as possible, and it wouldn't make a diddly squat difference. So like you said, JT, well, why don't they just set this in India and China, and have the Indian and Chinese massively involved and get a massive telling off? If they want to be realistic and practical about it and get political, you've got to be factual.
I totally agree, and I think it's something else, everybody on the panel and who viewers, if you're watching this starting on Sunday, bear that in mind. Let's see where the finger is pointed at, because I think it's going to be at the Western world when we only have a percentage of the responsibility here. Over the decades when you look. I remember, everybody, this being a subject on John Craven's news round in the mid-80s, and it was around about the 20th anniversary of Doctor Who, so around about 83, I'm sure. Where they were talking about the polluting of the seas from the third world. That's the first and last time I ever saw an honest report like that on British television.
But that's another hallmark of the extreme left, self-flagellation.
Yeah, you're right. The Radio Times article. Sorry, go on, Emilio, go ahead.
Right, I was going to say what's also interesting. I heard that Russell T Davies had basically said that obviously he wants to make humanity basically the big evil for this.
Yeah.
And like I said, again, if we're going to use Children of Earth as a kind of like a good thing to compare it to, what made that work really well is that both what the 4, 5, 6 the monsters of it were doing in terms of using children as drugs was so horrible and disgusting as a concept, but then also the fact that humans were willing to go as far, and the political leaders to giving up children and in response to the threat, showed both sides equally as bad as each other in various different ways. I think what I'm concerned about is are they going to follow that model of making the Sea Devils Sea Devil Homo Aqua as evil as humanity, or is it going to be more tilted towards human beings as being the big evil? If that's the case, I have no interest in watching it. I'll just turn it off the minute it starts going in that direction, because you need to have a good balance between both, which I'm fine with. But it's tilted towards just human being evil, boring.
Yeah.
Interesting
point. Interesting. So many questions coming up over this series already. From our point of view as fans, the Radio Times article does continue. We've got this coming up here. This is where they talk about the usual stuff. I'll leave it up for you in case you want to look at it. It's not very interesting. And then it goes on to this. This is Warrior of the Deep. Ho, ho, ho. So basically, this is an article with, what's the name?
Gugu and Rock.
Gaga, whatever her name is.
Gugu.
It's there for you. That's the name. And here we are from RTD himself. One of the most boring things you can ever say to a writer is don't be preachy. Quite a few religions have been based for thousands of years upon preaching. It's not bad as a system, it works. The truth is, I don't have to get on a high horse at all. If I'm writing about the oceans in 2025, then they really are filthy and stinking and half destroyed. I would be lying if I didn't mention these things. It's only politically engaged because it has no choice. But again, are you going to talk about the third world, Russell? I don't think you've got the balls.
It really is cause du jour, isn't it? It's so performative. It's sickening.
Yes. Yeah. And it is important, if you're going to talk about this, take it away from the Western world, because by God, we're getting preached to all the time. I remember we had to recycle in the 70s by bringing the lemonade bottles back and getting the 5p.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we used to use paper bags and things like that. You know what I mean?
What, for lemonade?
And whoever invented bottled water should be killed. You just get out of the tap, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I'm Scottish and I'm really tight. But
well, we used to have these wonderful things called milkmen, which you wouldn't be able to do now, which took your bottles away from the morning.
Milk people would be called now, JT. Milk people.
In fact, I can remember
plastic bottles now, which you've got to recycle if you can. Bring back milk bottles. That's past it all, isn't it? Go on, George.
In fact, I can remember when milkmen used to do milk rounds and all that sort of stuff. You got charged extra if you didn't return your bottles and have them washed out.
Yes, you had to wash them out as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
We had the shiniest milk bottles on the street. I tell you, my mother was. Yes.
I have to say, Paul, I disagree. I think nowadays they would be called Homo Dairy.
Or a Dairy Queen, if you like.
Yes.
Some of them would be, in my experience. Finally, from the Radio Times is this. It is, of course, their pick of the day for Sunday. It gives the now famous picture there. It feels appropriate this Doctor Who spin-off is being scheduled on an evening where David Attenborough-fronted documentaries usually find favour. But this is writer RTD on rousing environmentalist form. It's sci-fi as social commentary. It's concerns about man's vandalization of the Earth's seas made tangible by the rising from the fathoms of the ancient sea devils, now given the less demonizing name of Homo Aqua, go away, who want to pay us back for our crimes of pollution. There to negotiate on behalf of humankind is the always relatable Russell Tovey, here playing lowly unit operative Barclay, someone who feels out of his depth, ho, 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 on dry land, never mind the ocean. After rules-based diplomacy fails, it's Barclay's everyman life so that the world turns. Can he succeed against the odds?
So
there you go.
Man's vandalization of the Earth's seas. What about man's vandalization of land?
That's another story. That'll be the Silurians. That'll be the spin-off.
Yeah, that's the sequel, George.
Yeah.
Hope not.
That was the TV listings magazines in the United Kingdom. I know some of you like us going through that because a lot of you, believe it or not, are abroad. and like to see what's going on. So that's really good. But that's the start of it, because yes, like it or not, we are going to be reviewing it. We're going to be starting our reviews of The War Between the Land and the Sea live at 8 o'clock here on the channel on Monday, the 8th of December. That's Monday, the 8th of December. We will be reviewing part 2 on Thursday, because part 1 and part 2, last time they did that, it didn't work very well for them, did it? And the ratings went whoosh. Do you remember?
I wonder if Russell Tovey will come up between 1 and 2 like Shooty did and go, please watch episode 2, please.
Don't go anywhere. Please don't switch over. We want yeah, so because they're showing them back to back, we quite frankly can't be bothered doing that. That's a bit silly. So we're going to go Mondays and Thursdays for the next couple of weeks. We will finish with part 5, of course, which I believe is called The End of the War.
What's an imaginative title?
It is, isn't it? But that is what I believe it's called, and that will be Christmas week. I think that's the 22nd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas Monday the 22nd, live at 8 o'clock. So come and join us, whether you're watching it or not. It'd be great to see you there. Come and join us. In the meantime, we've just got time very quickly for this. Yes, you thought you were getting away with it, didn't you? But no, I have remembered the ratings game. Yes, so I'm going to ask you all for your guesses as to part 1 first and part 2. It doesn't matter that they're being on the same day, because at some point we will be looking at the ratings. That's all I'm saying about that right now, because we're going to do it a little bit differently with you. But we will be looking at them. So, Paul, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, don't start with me.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to start with you, so excuse me.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to know what you are guessing for your rating for part 1 and then part 2.
Okay, this is quite hard because I think it might do slightly better than Shooty's Doctor Who because he's not in it. Firstly, which is a bonus for me particularly. But I think it might get 1.5, and maybe
for part 1.
For part 1 and drop to 1 million for part 2. Yeah.
Okay. This is BBC One, the flagship channel of the BBC. Sunday night, 8:30. Everybody, we're talking about 1 million. Fantastic. Yeah. Ian, what about you?
2.3 and 2.1.
Fabulous.
Judas.
Kirsty, what about you? Lady of the chat.
2.2 and 1.9.
Female Judas.
Yeah. George, I know you're not going to be watching it, but what would you think?
No, I won't be watching. As far as Doctor Who spin-offs go, I'll stick with K9 and Company. I think because it is a Sunday night, which, you know, historically does attract a lot of people to sit down in front of the TV, I think the first episode will probably do 2.1. I think there will be a drop-off, probably 1.7.
Fantastic. Emilio?
I think it will actually do fairly well, as you said, because it's Sunday night and it doesn't have that association really. They're not trying to make it associated with Doctor Who. People will probably be indoors, so I'm going to go 2.8 for the first one, and then I think people will watch it. It'll be politically charged, and I think they will lose quite a few viewers. So I'll go for the second one at 2.2.
Oh, lovely. And Miles, what about you?
I'll go the first one. I'm going to go 2.3. And I think the second one's going to drop to about 1.9.
Wow, that's a drop. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt for part 1, and I'm going to say 2.2. But then I do think people will get bored, literally get bored, and I think it will go down to 1.9 for the second. Who will be right? It's all for fun, don't write
it. It won't be me. I'm never right.
It's all for fun, yes. We will be looking at the results of those at some point when I can be bored. Lots of you in the chat as ever. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot of you are joining in with the ratings game there. So I'll just go through a couple of them. This one from St. Rosie Mead saying spoilers in the finale, the Sea Devils return to their underwater world. Yes, it could be that, wouldn't it, really? What have we got here? Oh, goodness me. PB, you really think so?
I thought I was being mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. What have we got here? John Mason saying 3 million. Stephen Braddock, 1.5. Look, with his Sea Devil there. 1.5 for the war between the fish and the chips. Hey. Paul Richards saying part 1 million and 2 below 500,000. I think people will get bored. They're asking them to watch 2 hours. 2 hours, and it didn't work last time, did it? Funky 1463, 1.2 episode 1. People will forget to turn over from Pertwee. Pertwee, the episode's on another channel, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matthew Pounder saying 0.1 million. And Porsche Left is saying to us, I don't think it will get above 3 million. The brand is too damaged.
And I think that's why they're trying to distance it from Doctor Who as much as possible.
Definitely.
Indeed. Yeah.
I saw somebody on one of the Facebook posts today for BBC One General, because they were pushing out the trailer again, and some lady came on saying, I didn't know this was anything to do with Doctor Who, so I'm going to try it. So they could have lost a bit of an audience there by not saying it's from Doctor Who. What have we got there? Marie UK 2.5 then 1.3. Woodhouse 122, half of part 1 and all of part 2 are up against Get Me Out of Here finale. It'll be pretty low. Oh, really? Now, if that's true, who's going to tune in the next week for part 3 and 4?
It doesn't really matter because they'll cook the books, and by March it'll be 400 million anyway on the iPlayer.
Don't forget, it is on the iPlayer, everybody, as well. I think it drops on the iPlayer on Saturday or Sunday morning, isn't it, Kirst?
Probably. I think it's Sunday.
Sunday morning, I think. Yeah, I think they've done what they did with Doctor Who. Yeah, what we got here from Killbot, Kill. Good to see you. 1.4 and then 0.8. Woodhouse 122, 1.75 and 1.25 million. We don't have any faith in this at all, do we, everybody? Cam 1970 Lives is saying to us 1.2 million for the first episode, dropping off each episode after. Mudcrab 3420, so good to see JT. Thank you. It's good to see you as well. The Jason Parker, you love 1.6, then a drop. Do we win a Christmas hamper, says Marie? No. 1.1, yes. So Rosie Mead, 2 million, then 1.5 million. Lex is telling us that his Sex, which is a shop, by the way, CEX, is selling all the Gatwa Who Blu-rays. Some fans have seen the light at last.
So's my one.
The second hand, isn't it? So they take them back. Yeah.
Right. It's like a library, isn't it, really, where you actually pay for it. It's sad, though, in a way, isn't it? It's sad,
Yeah, well, you can never have too many coasters.
Exactly. Yeah.
George, the last time I was out looking in the sex shop, CEX, all I saw was Tennant, Smith, Whittaker. Do you know? And I just thought, somebody's grown up, and they're not retaining it like we did. It's been part of their childhood. They've closed the door. They've grown up and they've moved on. And I think that's sad. Modern Who
didn't very sad.
Classic for us.
I would love it if the Sea Devils repeat omnibus gets more viewers than the fishy thing. That'd be great.
It'd be great, won't it? You can always buy those second-hand DVDs and give them to people that have chickens, because chickens love pecking at the shiny surface of a DVD.
Yeah.
So, give them hours of pleasure, more than the people that watch the crap in the first place, probably.
Have you been watching the misspent youth here, I have to say.
I did have chickens at one point.
Also, Ian, if you have fruit trees, if you hang discs in the fruit trees, it stops birds pecking the fruit.
Yeah.
But not chickens.
TARDIS 1963, nice to see you. Episode 100,000. Episode 2, okay. What else we got here as well? Craig Dunlop is saying, yes, it's only the 365-day figures that really matter. It's true, isn't it? Martin Dove is saying, can we expect a Target novelization of The War Against the Sea? Yes, is the answer to that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Target, because they still want that to be a sort of youth-orientated thing. But yes, there is a novelization of The War Against the Sea. I am told.
Does this mean this will be on the top shelf, JT, so you can't reach? Little hands can't reach.
No idea. I reckon it might be. It could be a Target book, but I reckon they'll try and go for an adult sort of thing with Penguin, just with the Penguin logo.
So it'll be in a brown paper bag then instead.
Who knows? I know, but I have heard, yes, there's a novelization of this on the way. So I guess it'll be probably written by one of the approved clipboard DEI lot, I tell you.
Yeah.
That woman from UNIT wouldn't be able to reach it, would she, if it was top shelf?
No.
Just saying.
No. She need neither to help her, probably. That's what would happen.
Yeah. What else we got here? I want to say hello to Warbs Z9N, who I don't know. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining Who's Views. Will we get the real ratings anyway? Rule number 1, the BBC lies. Oh, yeah.
Will we
Or
get
re-edits.
We won't get the AI, that's for sure.
Well,
We're still waiting for that. For the last
yeah, we are. Yeah, we're still waiting for it for Doctor Who.
But as I saw some wise sage online who was vigorously defending the Shooty Gatwa episodes, justify it by saying the overnight figures don't matter, the 7-day figures don't matter, the 28-day figures don't matter. It's the forever figures that are important, and they're a huge success.
Yeah, and I love that comment there about the Sea Devils, 25 million over the years. That's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that one.
That's just how many times I've watched it, to be fair.
I was going to say, that's just me. Can we add in the number of times we've all read the Target book as well?
Oh, the Target book. No, I've lost count. What a joy that was. Absolute joy. I used to get it from the library all the time until I eventually found it and bought it, you know.
And illustrations in that book are fantastic as well.
They are superb.
Captures it. Really lovely.
Yeah. Stephen Braddock saying to us here, apparently episode 2's plastic attack on London is very funny. Well, that's all right then. It would be London, wouldn't it? You know, I thought this thing was supposed to be global now. I mean, again, even if it is global, it'll be London, New York,
Cardiff.
Yeah, probably. But it won't be the third world. Oh no.
If a load of toxic shit falls on London, how will anybody notice?
That's true.
It would do billions of pounds of improvements.
It would.
Yeah. And let's hope it all hits that bloody useless mayor. Why are you voting for him? People in London, go and kick the arses of those in the north. Honestly, get it sorted next time round. Get rid of Khan. He's a bloody idiot. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse now. Listen, that's it. That's everything we've got for you tonight, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this special edition of Headlines. I have. It's been fantastic to be back with you all, not just the WHOTASTIC panel, all of you as well. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you've enjoyed it. What's next for us, of course, is our reviews of The War Between the Land and the Sea. We'll also sneak in the season 21 box set celebration. So stay tuned. We'll try and do that for you over the next couple of days. So
GT, before we wrap up, can I say welcome back? Okay.
Indeed,
yes.
What a pleasure to see you back, and it's really wonderful to see you looking so well as well after everything that you've been through.
Yeah.
Shall we all sing for He's a Jolly Good... No, maybe not.
No, let's not.
Copyright breaches there, be very careful.
Yeah, copyright breaches. The War Between the Land and the Sea reviews take us into Christmas week, so stay with us because we do have a few things planned for you in that particular show as well, because it's Christmas week. We can't possibly let it go, could we? But listen, to Paul, to Third Dr. Ian, to Kirsty, to George, to Emilio, and to Miles, thank you so much for joining me. It's been great to see you all. Fabulous.
Great fun.
Don't forget, you can get in touch with us on our social media platforms as well. We have our Instagram, which is run by that lady down there. And of course, we have our Facebook page. So give us a like on both of those if you haven't already. If you're new to us here at Who's Views, please subscribe to the channel. That would be great. Leave a comment for us. Give us a thumbs up. Do all the things that you know you are supposed to do. We would really appreciate it. We'd also appreciate it if you ring that bell so you get notifications of when we're going live or dropping a video in again. The live shows are going to be a lot more as we go back into 2026 because I've got a lot to say. I don't know about the rest of them, but there's things we've got to talk about next year. Lots coming our way. Will there be a new Doctor Who? One of the big questions that we're going to be asking in 2026. God knows what they're going to do after that crap they gave us last time in the reality world.
Do we care?
Well, that's a good question as well. That's the other question. Listen, so from all of us to all of you, let's have a look at the chat very quickly as well. Oh, look at that. That's what I like to see. Funky is saying, I'm getting a Who's Views t-shirt for Christmas. What a fabulous present. You can get it from our Who's Views shop. Lots of things. You can get a cuddly donkey if you like.
Can you? Really?
I insisted. Cuddly dog.
I'm going to put that on my Christmas list. Definitely.
Yeah,
Bedweir will get 3.
I hope so. Yeah, and who's views 1@gmail.com is problem being saying that if you want to give us an email, it will take me a while to get back to you, but I will get back to you. And Davey B is saying, I've just got in from work, but I'm going to start from the beginning. Good to see you, JT. Good to see you, Davey. It was a brilliant show, by the way. It was fabulous. You're going to enjoy every minute of it, my friend. So we will all see you again over the weekend for our season 21 box set celebration. It is a party, that particular one. We are going to be celebrating that. And then we'll be back here on the channel, 8 o'clock live on Monday for part 1, which is called Homo Aqua. And we'll be reviewing that. Anyway, we'll see you then. From all of us, we'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody. Good night.
Night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.